squad, Joe. Listen to this pod show. Worldwide, bro, you know how the vibe go. Facts and law, we give it to you real and raw. Facts and law, yeah, we give it to you real and raw. Real and raw, real and raw.
I classify dating as strictly dating.
Going out.
Dating is going out, trying to get to know somebody to see if you would like to take things further, like into a relationship or something like that. But when you having sex with multiple people and you just going from here to here to here to here, you being a hoe.
Okay, so if I'm dating 2 people, because let me just use myself for an example. Right now, I'm currently dating 3 people.
Okay. Sleeping with all of them?
I'm not sleeping with all of them. I'm sleeping with one of them.
So that's not a. So
I am interested in sleeping with another one of them, and when I feel like the opportunity not the opportunity presents itself, it's presented itself, but when I feel like I've gotten to a place where I'm getting to know him and I want to cross over into the sex, I will sleep with him.
Now, one thing about it that I always say, I have a very specific definition of a hoe phase. For me, a hoe phase is when a woman is being, not even just a woman, when someone is being frivolous with their chastity. Plain and simple, you fucking for no reason other than that. You're not trying to grow into a relationship. You're not trying to, make anything out of it. You're being frivolous with the pussy, or
I
the
agree.
pussy.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my definition.
Yeah. A lot of the time, sex is not necessarily dating, and I think that's where sometimes we get it. And I think a lot of men feel like him, because I ask men this all the time. Dating means I'm dating for marriage or I'm dating for this, because I say to people that's not true, because a lot of not necessarily that, but I know I ask men and men say, and I have, and she has it too, they'll be like, oh, I'm only dating you if I'm trying to be with you, or if I'm trying to marry you. And so I ask them, well, then what does that mean if we go out? And their term of what dating is so off. So I don't. The different terminology is how I grew up of dating and what they're saying dating is now. Really, they're not dating. There's just a lot of vibing and fucking, in my opinion. Going
That's seeing
on.
Somebody, I think. Ain't they seeing somebody?
What you mean?
Like seeing. We ain't got it. Like dating is very particular to me. Like he said, we are going on a date. You know what I'm saying?
But
we going out. We doing it. Well, they can. Yeah. But I'm saying, but they can also be a date and be dating with no sex. You know what I'm saying?
But the goal is, if you're dating, to eventually have sex, and if the goal isn't to have sex, then we need not to continue to date.
Absolutely. But
if I don't see myself thinking about sleeping with you, or possibly after 2 or 3 days, we're not dating no more.
So sex is everything?
Sex is not everything, but sex is a part of something. If I'm trying to date somebody, and if whether I want to be intentional, I date with intention, so I wouldn't be just sleeping with a conglomerate of different people, right? But yes, I do feel like, what I think women, mess up is only seeing one guy at a time. I think that because of that, they don't really make themselves available. Men have a rotation. Even when they're being intentional, they're never just, seeing one person unless they've said that, this is what I'm doing. But when they meet a woman, there's always another woman and probably another woman.
I don't know if you can but I don't know if you could
not you're
classify that
sleeping with
as,
them, but there's definitely other women that you're talking to, courting,
but that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can classify it as what men do or what women do. I think that's what people do until they come into something that they decide is, for lack of a better word, monogamous. You know what I'm saying? I think people figure out it until they decide, all right, we in a relationship, it's just us.
Women don't do that. And that's what women don't do that. Women think they be in a relationship with men the moment they fuck them. Yeah. The moment the nigga dick them down, they be like, we go together.
But
they stupid.
How can they say that when they be dating multiple men?
Because they don't care.
So
women operate different. They are. As soon as they get a good dick, or damn near, if they ain't had dick in a minute, dick period, they go with the dude, and he still be dating and or seeing and or talking to other people, and that's why they be so disappointed, because they focusing on one person. Because now I don't want to be my body count, or I want to focus my attention on one person. But you just said that
they still be with other niggas too, though.
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. So I'll give you an example. Woman has not been, fucking with a guy for a few months. She's been lonely. She meet a guy, and women date and fuck off potential of what they feel like the guy will fit into their life at that moment. Yeah. So when we see a guy, if he got several things, we'll qualify him as a boyfriend or a potential husband. All he gotta have is a place to stay, and now it's even more minimal. A job,
Not even.
That would
sometimes,
have been a good one.
and dick,
God damn it.
and say he's single. And a woman will take he's single and got a place to stay in a job and be like, oh, he a good nigga. Because they so lonely. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, you got to look at the
Women
numbers.
choose to be lonely. They choose to be
they-
lonely. Y'all
They don't choose to be lonely. They ass be broken. And they just
they still choose to be they still choose to be lonely, and I think that the men you talking about is a very small percentage of men, because most men can't get these women like that. Most men out here are single and at home jagging off. That's the truth.
It's on, hey,
Men say all you gotta do is
the
look
men
at
your
it.
age might be.
no. It's certain. It's certain
There
men.
was just a study done.
20%.
63% of men under 30 is at home and watching porn
Are virgins.
with no woman.
And no
30%, it's an all-time high in the
Yep.
United States. 30% of men are virgins.
Yep.
So most of these men cannot get these women. The other study, 80% of women are only attracted to the top 20% of men. So the men that most women are attracted to are typically men that are hoes and in they hoe phase running through women. That's just the reality of it.
The first
But
part-
y'all know men that are not like that. That's good dudes. Women just friend zone them because they don't have the finances, the look, the height, the charisma, the personality, the swag, whatever.
I agree with you.
Women friend zone those dudes that can be really good dudes that they know, but they love the men that are hoes or were hoes previously. But it's different for men than it is for women. Men that are hoes and women that are hoes get treated different in society and in the dating world. It just is what it is. We can complain about it.
Let me ask you this, y'all.
Let
real
me
quick.
speak on something what
Go
you
ahead,
said.
go ahead.
On the last part with the can you repeat the last? The women are dating. So women, and this is why the women date the attraction of women to the guys and they
Top
friends on them.
20%.
And this is why I agree with you that women do that. I even had a conversation with her, and not to put her out there, but that I tell women, even on my platform, that they always look for things. And when I said she was going to get back out there and to date, and I said, what are you looking for in a guy? The first thing she said was
what?
a fucking
Hold on.
look.
What was it? No, I want to hear from her.
So, so the first thing I did say initially was look. But at the time when I said I'm looking at him or how he looks, in my opinion, I didn't have the mindset that I have now. Now I know different. Now I know better. Now I know when I look for a man, I'm looking for his qualities of his leadership, his attributes. How does he carry himself in a room? Is he a good man? Did he come from a two-parent household? Things of that nature. So my maturity now is different from when she originally asked me that question. When she originally asked me that question, I was in a different mind frame then. I want something to look at. He got to look like this. He got to look like that. And it's like, girl, he can look like all of that and offer you none of the things that you actually need. He can be a really terrible guy to you. Yeah. But, because he looks good, you'll accept that. But no, now when I date or what I'm looking for looks completely different. It's not a look. I want to hear him first. Right. So after I hear the things he says, and after I watch him and I see the things that he do, then I'll look at him. Okay, now you're a good guy. You're somebody I would want to be around and I would want to pursue further. So no, for me, the look isn't my go-to anymore. But being young and not having people around you who know better and also will teach you better, you'll have that same mindset. So I'm only 27. A lot of the young women my age that I hear speak just like that. And I was like, wow, now that I know better because I've had somebody to teach me better, it's like, man, we be so lost, especially in my generation.
I can dig it. Listen, on that note,
Yo.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, man, that fucking warm-up was...
That was the warm-up.
It's hot, man. We got motherfuckers in here talking
that shit.
We got motherfuckers in here talking. But look, this is the Facts and Law Podshow. We want to thank you guys for tuning in.
You dig.
You know what I'm saying? Do us a favor. If you're checking this out for your first time, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, share this joint, leave a comment. It's free 99.
Make sure you comment. If you like it, you hate it, you whatever, because we're going to say something back. I know I am. Y'all know why I talk that shit. Real
What's
talk,
going on, man?
What's up, bro? What's going on, bro?
Hey, another day, another dollar.
You get a whole dollar?
The whole fucking dollar.
Don't trip. I'm on my way. I'm just you feel me? But yeah, we're going to get to it, man. We got a good show tonight, man. We had a good warm-up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to, introduce the guests. You know what I'm saying?
Do your thing, playboy.
So, directly to my left, we have Miss Irvette. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Everybody, so my name is... Can you hear me? y'all. Hey everybody. Hey everybody, my name is Irvette. I am a part of the Pussy team. So if you don't follow us, make sure you go over to PusssyTalk _podcast. Follow us.
So wait, say that again. I don't know if they heard you. You was choking.
The Pussy Talk podcast.
Pussy Talk podcast. That's a new one. All right, you
like
dig?
that.
You know what I'm saying? I can dig it. All right, and then to the left of Miss Irvette, we got the good brother SD, also known as
The whole phase expert.
the whole phase expert. What's up, good brother? Appreciate you coming out, man. Tell me a little bit about you, bro.
I'm the whole phase expert. I talk about the men in their whole phase because that's when most women meet men out here in their whole phase, and those are the men that most women are attracted to. So I try to educate the women on how these men move, how they do certain things, why they do certain things, and also try to let the women know when they mess up with quality men also.
You dig.
So from messing with so many whole phase men, it kind of messes them up when they get out here and actually want a quality man.
I can dig that. I can dig that.
Yeah.
All right, and now also to the left of him, we have Miss Angela from also the
Pussy team.
Pussy team. Okay. I'm
Angie.
sorry, Angie. I'm
So
sorry.
it's Angie, also known as your neighborhood hope dealer.
That's what it is.
Pussy Talk is a pod show where I like to discuss.
It's a pod show too.
Yeah, between conversations between men and women, surrounded by how we are all prisoner to the pussy, either from our own pussy or from the one who had us or from one who hurt us through friendships or relationships. My goal for the show is to be able to, one of the reasons why I love his thing is that so women can understand men, but also so that men can understand how women, relate it or how we feel it. And so I think it's just about learning how to better communicate with both. And I also advocate for black women under 40 living with metastatic breast cancer such as myself.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah. That's heavy.
Yeah,
I was gonna touch on that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, man. Let's pause for station identification.
You're rocking to the sounds of the Facts and Law
That's some new
Podshow.
shit. That's some new shit. Yeah, I
That
like
shit
that. I
make me
like
stronger.
Hey man, listen, hey, I like that. Y'all like that? I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope, man. But look, man, we appreciate y'all coming. We're gonna have some more great conversation, you know what I'm saying? So shit, let's rock.
Well, I mean, I really just want to know about like Pussy Talk. Like, what was the mind state? What started that? Where did that come from? Why did you want to? Is it like an education thing? Like, why did you want to educate? Are you educating ladies? Are you educating men? Are you everybody?
I would like to thank everybody.
Okay.
I think in order for us to better cohabitate with each other, they both are needed. Quick story about how I came up with Pussy Talk. I used to own a spa in Wicker Park, in a recovery home, post-surgical.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it made a lot of money, but it allowed me to see women in the most broken way possible. I hated what I was seeing. I hated that I saw that our black women were so fucked up, that we were so broken and so hurt, and we were willing to do everything but fix the inside. I had closed down my spa because I had got cancer, and so now I just had the one business, and I had these vaginal steam chairs I used to have at my spa. And I will never forget the day that I came up with this. I would always say, we need to have conversations. But when the women would come into there, I knew that even though they were fixing the outside, they were not fixing the inside. So my space was a little bit different. I wanted women to be able to have some things to take with them. So at my place, we did meditation, we did yoga, I had books and stuff like that. And I had one client in particular. She came there, she had spent $7,800 for plastic surgery. And then probably her stay with me was maybe about $2,000. She was there for about a week. Her daughter called. She was about 17, and there was a 5-day notice. I heard through the other room the daughter was asking her about the 5-day notice, and clearly from just hearing it, it wasn't something that was.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. 5-day notice as far as like eviction.
Yeah, it gets
Okay,
worse.
that's what I was trying to make sure.
So
Okay.
5-day notice for eviction.
Mhm.
She had to spend $10,000 on surgery,
Mhm.
and she was basically, then I watched her go to reverse it to get angry at her daughter over the next day or two. So the next day, oldest daughter called her, who was there babysitting the other children, about food. She then had a boyfriend who was supposed to be overseeing them, but not necessarily overseeing them, take the daughter some money for food. The guy gave the daughter $100 for food. Now it's her and 2 more kids. $100 is really not that much, especially how these kids eat.
That's about one day.
But see, now her daughter was holding her accountable for the 5-day notice that she never mentioned about paying, and that fact that they didn't have any food. So I watched this mother then attack her daughter, and then go from making it about calling her about the 5-day notice or food, and said, "Why would you take $100 from my man?" And so I'm listening to this, and then I asked her about what was going on with the kids, and I'm just curious. And all she could say to me was is that I spent all this money, and my shit is still fucked up, my body. And that made me sick.
You know, it's funny. Not even funny, but we had another guest on a while back that has a recovery house as well. You know what I mean? And she told us essentially the same type of feelings that she's noticed from her patients, I would say. You know what I mean? But, you know, she was a little bit more upbeat about it. You know what I mean? She was more so wishing that she could help them and let them know that just because you're fixing the outside, it's still work that needs to be done on the inside. I'm going to keep it real. I don't know how people feel about it, but I'm the type that I've always said it about that plastic surgery. When a lot of women go and do that, they're trying to fix something that's not even about their body. And then a lot of times, once they go through all that, she said they always regret it. They're all like, while they're going through the pain and the healing, they always regret it.
Instantly.
They
always. The moment they come back from the surgery,
Mm-hmm.
they think they're going to get off the table, it's going to be better. The nigga still at home cheating on them while they there. They spend more time crying about the nigga than even trying to heal. I had one client left her kids all under 6 with a man she didn't even know.
Yeah.
In her car, she was calling him. The kids was at home. He was at home. And she had her friend go check on the house. He was there fucking somebody else. And she didn't say nothing about being in pain, nothing about what her children was. They was okay. Everything was about the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, we are fucked up behind our pussies, and we need to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing pussy talk in the back of my recovery house with the ladies.
Word.
Yeah.
So, do you think, is it more so black women?
That one was white.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's
She
a
was
white.
white. I seen
So
Oh,
what do
well,
you
that's-
see? What do you see more of that comes to the recovery? That was coming to the recovery home. Is it more black women?
Every
Some
woman
more.
that comes to a recovery home is broken because they all have an insecurity. That's why they're there in the first place.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have an insecurity, they wouldn't be in my bed. So every woman that come there is broken in some form or another. And they find something to try to fix instead of fixing the inside. Because if they fix the inside, they have to hold themselves accountable.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
That's tough.
So are you saying like any woman that gets something done?
Everyone.
Every woman that
Any
gets
single one. Every
they're
single
broken.
one.
Every single-
Every single one. Every single one. That means 100% guaranteed. Because if you find something wrong with yourself, that means you've already found something wrong with yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've always kind of felt that way. I'm not really, you know, if you want to go do the plastic surgery, that's fine. My woman not doing it. Like real shit. Because you're not doing it for me.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
You're doing it for yourself.
You're doing it for or something else. You feel me? The attention or something. Something you lacking from me. If you feel like that's something you need to go and get done.
The surgery is never about the attention from sometimes with the younger girls, right? But even still with them, it's not about the attention. It's about the broken, right? Because the attention just comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to yourself and you say, oh, I don't like this and this is wrong, it's never really about what's wrong on the outside. It's about validation.
Mm-hmm.
It's about somebody told you it was wrong. Somebody pointed this out. Because we think we look perfectly good until somebody else say we don't.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder is that what Bandman Kevo did? Because he went and got all this. You know what I'm saying?
I seen it.
You
around
feel
on
me?
social
Hey,
He got a BBL, didn't he?
He got a yeah.
He
He
had a big,
wild.
Allegedly.
He got abs
But
or something.
yeah, he got ass, he got chest, calf, and
I call anything a BBL.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, and I'm serious. I'm just saying,
He's broken.
he's broken.
You can tell
Yeah.
I know he's broken. I don't know him personally. You see him And whenever somebody is flashy, I don't really even fuck guys who wear jewelry, all that shit.
Damn, why you pointing at me like this? You see,
not that, but it's
Like,
it's cute.
more
you
jewelry
know,
than that,
but
though, right?
what I'm
I can
saying
wear a
is
chain. You
that
motherfuckers can wear a chain?
and she's like,
maybe,
she
but
was
not
like,
maybe.
jury
No,
and all that
flashy.
shit.
Right, flashy,
Flashy.
right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because a lot of times when guys have on all that chain,
Yeah.
it's because they lack inside. And I can care
Really?
less about, yes.
So like, so I want like 3 more chains. Do I lack something?
Yes.
What you think I lack?
I don't
Or
yet. I don't
no,
have to
no,
talk to
no.
you.
I'm saying, what are you saying? What is your opinion?
I have to talk to you and ask you some
No,
questions. and
you
then
were
I'll
about
tell
to
you
say
what
you
like.
were about to say what men lack, right?
They all lack different things.
Oh, okay,
They
different.
all
I
lack
mean,
different-
I
every
don't-
men have insecurities, whether it's a small penis, whereas they don't like their fucking mothers from how they grew up, or a girl told them that they couldn't fuck everything. We are
Even
all the
just like
same.
jewelry.
We all care about validation,
But-
nobody cares about jewelry that much.
I mean, but
Like 3 small
That's
chains.
tough because I can't really think of nothing personally.
what?
Just that I'm like insecure
Yeah.
about in myself. Me personally.
Right.
I'm not saying we were
No,
talking
no,
about
I
men
know.
with jewelry.
Oh,
But
okay,
so wait,
yeah,
Yeah,
so
she
wait.
talking
I'm a
about
man
jewelry.
with jewelry,
I don't
and
really wear
Flashy
jewelry.
jewelry.
No, I'm saying,
Like,
would
outside
you wear
of a
3 more
watch.
chains?
it depends
I'm
on
not
where I'm
saying
at.
everybody.
I know what you're saying.
I would wear
know what
multiple
you're talking
chains if I was at like
I don't find nothing
a fight,
A
a big
fight,
fight.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A concert. You
I
know,
don't like
sometimes you dig what I'm
I don't-
saying?
I don't
What,
like
jewelry?
it.
Yeah. You know, sometimes
On
you.
the
I'm gonna
chain.
say, look,
I like chains.
I'm
man.
finna-
I don't know why.
no.
Like, maybe
Okay.
I only got
One.
one.
No, I'm finna say this.
17 chains.
No, not
Yeah.
17,
No,
but
no.
2 or 3.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
Me personally,
Yeah.
I just don't like being the center, like being seen like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, that's
So-
just me.
Mhm.
Everybody got their own thing.
Yeah.
But me, I don't really care.
I don't date men who wear chains because I know that they, regardless what you say,
Mhm.
I know that the lack of something.
Dang.
I gotta disagree. That would be
Sit this one
look.
out. Let me
That,
sit
listen. So
I
that would
fucked. How many niggas have you fucked?
be 0. Okay, but here's the thing. You know what? So
And that's all I do is
So
fuck
wait.
niggas.
So
Okay,
look.
I done fucked my whole life.
So here's why I would say it's not about an insecurity. If somebody likes to wear something that they like, that's
I
fine.
know that
That's
it is.
essentially just
Oh,
like
man.
a woman. You would say she lacks something because she wants to walk around in nipples out or whatever the case may be. That don't mean she lacking something. That can mean she just want to look that way.
Who constantly wears expensive shit lacks something.
Now, I ain't say expensive. I said, goddamn it, just showing
Titties
it
out.
off. You feel me?
You showing your thighs. You lack something?
It's different.
It's
What?
not.
He
It's
just-
not.
Different.
So if a man want to wear some jewelry,
I'm just
goddamn it,
saying.
now he lacking. Like real
You showing
talk.
off that skin
So-
for a reason.
So, cause
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm showing off my skin. I used to be so ashamed of my legs growing up because I was a tomboy. My legs used to have these stuffed scars and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because people always pointed it out to me, oh, your legs. I went through my entire high school years, really hardly ever wear shorts that much. I went through my entire 20s, really hardly ever wearing anything, short skirts. Every time I put them on, I was insecure because of what people had embedded in me. And then I got to a point where I fucking beat cancer twice. I'm working on it. It's my anniversary. And I fell in love with who I was April 7, 2020. I don't care about hair anymore. I don't care about lashes. I can wear a $10 dress or whatever and make that shit look like it's $1,000,000 because I realize that it's not what I have on, it's what I have in me. And so therefore, now that I went through all of those years hiding myself, I'm no longer ashamed of of how I look. And so, I feel like I work hard for something. It's like, somebody with their car, I want to show it off. And I think,
so
jewelry is different.
it's not. It's really not.
Because because jewelry is about what, status?
Not really.
No.
Not for me.
That's how it was brought about.
No.
Wearing a lot of jewelry was brought for status.
I believe that. But
brought for status.
I'm not gonna say that's.
I'm not saying that's what it
the
is
reason.
now, but that's
Yeah.
originally how wearing a lot of jewelry became. It was flashy. It was about status.
To who? Well, I mean, yeah, but that's also comes
When
from.
When people
Really
started wearing,
African
if we had
culture.
never saw
Real
people
talk.
wearing 2 and 3 chains, would we really wear them?
No.
Well, I think it's actually a cultural thing because African kings will flaunt their jewelry and their wealth. You can call it what you want if it's a problem or not, but that's something that as a man, sometimes that's like a trophy. When you've made it to a certain point in your life and you were able to buy that $10,000 chain that you wanted, you can do that. It's not about what you lack; it's about what you can do. and it's a trophy to yourself. So it's hold on. So it's showing to those. So I'm saying it's showing to those that maybe in high school I couldn't have bought that chain. Just like you couldn't wear your legs out.
Right
But listen,
listen
what I'm
do it
saying.
back then, so
But you're
look
not
at me
using
now.
listen. But that's what I'm using
What's
your
that
analogy.
now?
I'm using your analogy. That's how you felt. That's how you felt about wearing your legs out. Listen to what I'm telling you. So hold on before you
Being ashamed of my
rebuttal. Listen, it's still a certain thing. Maybe you were ashamed of the fact that you couldn't do that as a young man because you weren't in that status yet. But now you know one thing about men and women that is very different. A man is judged by what he can do, right? A man is loved by what he can provide. So when you get to that point where you can show, I can do these things, then just like you, I'm gonna wear my legs out. You feel me?
Now
I'm gonna wear that.
You're comparing my body insecurity that people made me feel ashamed of growing up as a light-skinned girl in a dark-skinned family. And really what they did was they talked about my legs because they had nothing else to talk about, and I grew up in a family where my family didn't hate me. That's a whole nother thing. But what you also did is reiterated that it was also a status quo because you said I get to a certain kind of status because what I couldn't do then, I couldn't do now. So
well,
it's like
you couldn't afford it. As a man, you couldn't afford it.
But let me say this. Men? No, and I'm not saying all men. I do know that if I talked in a personal setting, you and I and him, an hour, I could be able to see things just from conversation. Now, we're not going to go there, but I will see.
What type of things?
It just, like why it's needed for the jury, but you just said it's a status thing, right? But let me just say this. You're saying the jury is to say that, hey, look at me now, or look what I can buy, because I know I've dated men who can buy $10,000 change, but their mentality, and that's cool, the mentality of men that I want in me, on me, whatever, doesn't have a mentality because I can buy a $10,000 chain, I'm gonna buy a bunch of chains. Because just because he can buy a $10,000 chain doesn't change his status of who he is about what he wears. His status is who he is, him regardless. Not because he has 3 chains and I say, oh, he can buy 3 chains. It's not because he pulls up in a fancy car. That doesn't change his status. His status is who he is. And as a woman, I'm looking for his true status and not what he's presenting.
Do you know what a man can do if you don't see it? No.
I don't have to see his
hold
chains
on.
to know what he can
That
do.
was a very different. Do you know? Yes or no? No, right?
His actions.
Right. So
How he carries
so
himself.
again, so when it comes down to
His chains will not prove that. I
it's
have
not-
guys with chains that don't have $2.
right, and I understand that. Right, yeah, all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I got at least $2.
Right.
I think it's different. I think it's different, and I think both of y'all, you hit on a great point where you like it's kind of the same thing to a man, right? Because for men, it's kind of like a financial thing. Look what I can do. He said I couldn't afford it back then. Now he can, and as a man, we know that, especially when we come out here in the dating world and getting women, finances puts us at a different plateau.
Finance is not jewelry.
Hold on,
but to men, the jewelry, it appears or it looks like you got your finances together, and some men do. He didn't have it before. That's why he couldn't get it. So now he's like, you know what? Let me show that I can get it. You, on the other hand, women's thing that puts them at a different plateau is their looks and their shape and their body. You became more confident in that, and now you're like, look, I'm gonna show it off because you understand as a woman that your physicalness as a woman gives you a certain increase in value in the dating market. He understands that it's his finances as a man. So they put on
finances,
chains.
yes, but I've
Some men do
dated
that.
as a woman. I've dated guys who have a bunch of chains and don't have any fucking assets and nothing to show for it. And that's majority of the guys, right? Or if they wear the jewelry, they have insecurities. Small dicks, don't like they self.
Yeah.
They always had something. And I'm just telling you from me because I didn't only dated men. And I've never really dated a man who wore jewelry or had all those flashy things that was secure with himself and that didn't have insecurities. And I'm just only stating for me, and I understand the status thing because that's why they do it, to say, hey, look at me. Now, I've also dated men who have $1 million businesses, are very well established. They don't need jewelry or whatever. And even if they're not these kind of guys, I just feel like for me, in whatever tax bracket they are, the jewelry doesn't have to speak for them. I need for them to speak for them. I need for to know, because for me, I just, I think about the substance, and I've dated men who wore jewelry, who didn't wear jewelry, and I'm telling you, 100% of the time that when a guy wore a lot of jewelry or had a lot of flashy things, he had no substance. And for me, the kind of woman I am, I need more substance than I need the look.
Right, and so that's
real quick. Let me jump in with what you're saying, because one of the signs when women ask me, "Hey, what's a sign for like a dude that's a hoe?" And I tell them when he is flashy. When he is flashy, because he ain't being flashy for men.
Mm-hmm.
No. He's being flashy because he understands that being flashy and showing things brings women to him, because he's showing that he have it. Now, do I think that a man wearing one chain means that he's flashy? No. I don't think that that's what that means at all. I'm talking about a dude that's out on Front Street. It's on your page. You showing stacks of money. You got to show your car. You got to show all of these here things off on social media because you want women to come to you. It brings you easy women, so that's a telltale sign for me. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
And correct myself real quick. Not saying that if you wear one chain or stuff like that. Jewelry, I understand people have jewelry or whatever. I have jewelry. Sometimes I wear my nice little flashy watch if I go out of town or something like that or whatever. But not really. Sometimes I'll be out and I'm like, I just realized I don't even like this shit like that. And that's just me, because I feel like it really doesn't, be making whatever. But I know that the 2 and 3 chains and all that flashy stuff, it's just not my thing. And even if I got a guy and he got one chain, I want him to take it off.
Well,
for me, it's just,
I'm gonna keep it real.
I might have to hit it from the back with my chain.
I don't even own it.
This nigga.
Because I'm looking for I know what I,
here's my thing with that. You always gotta remember, people are always gonna have their own style. Yeah, I watch them. People are always gonna have their own style. You dig what I'm saying? Like, plain and simple. Regardless of how we look at it, people have an image on how they want to present themselves. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, on the flip side of it, it's certain things that it can go both ways. We all have an image in our head on what we would like our significant other to look like, to do, and to dress like. You dig what I'm saying? It's certain things that, like, as a man, certain things I don't want my woman to wear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her naked. I don't want her half naked. Real talk. But that doesn't mean that women, right? You know what I'm saying? That women not gonna do this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, look, I like a pinky ring. You know what I'm saying? I like a chain. You dig what I'm saying? I like me some nice glasses. Yeah. And that's for me.
Damn, shades.
Real.
Shades? What about shades?
You feel me? Like,
shades is cool. This is, and I'm telling you just how bad I am, right? And this is how I just see my thought process is different. She like this too now. Okay, I live like minimal, because I think, all of that stuff don't matter. That's not to say I don't have nice things. I will pay $3,000 for my mattress before I pay $3,000 for a purse. I have. Those are things I value, right? Things that, add to me. But if I have went to the store and be like, I can afford it. And be like, this is beautiful. I really like this. Damn, I'm gonna buy this. And I get it and just walk around with that motherfucker. Then I say, girl, I'm not paying no phone. So I can go get $400 worth of
marketing material
or product. I'm not buying this shit. Put that shit back. And that's how I think now. I'd see different investments. Before I spend $400 on something like that, I'd be like, you want to go out of town for 2 days?
Yeah.
I want to make it more count. Yeah. And so I think, like you say, it's a status thing. I don't need to have status things to validate my status. You understand? Then that's what I'm saying.
You know what, as a woman, y'all status is validated differently. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? It's not about what you can provide.
If you three were out, I would be more. If you three were out, I would look at him more than I would look at you two. Because I'm telling you,
that's some bullshit, man.
I thought
if y'all three was even trying to get at me, and you was, and I wouldn't, because it's just not my thing.
The chain?
Yeah.
Fuck. I thought it would have been the wedding ring. You feel me? You feel me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You did.
Well, no,
No.
so you know what I mean? Like you said, it is what you like. I just know that I don't need things on the outside to validate me. I don't wear a $10 dress to a ballroom, okay, and make that shit look good. I have done that.
Shout out Target.
I shop at Ross. That's one of my favorite stores.
I hate that store.
Ross.
Ross, I be hearing a lot of shit about Ross. I never been there though.
It should be everywhere.
My boys be like, you can find some shit in Ross.
Shit in there. I had one of my guys
He's like, no,
like,
sir.
you need to tell these guys to look good, like you be looking for under $100 on them reels.
So, whole phase, right? Or
Yeah.
expert.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about that. Like, what made you want to start that, and why you feel like you're an expert at the whole phase, or explaining it to who you are? Who are you explaining this to? Are you explaining
I'm
this
explaining
strictly
it
to
to
women?
Yeah.
So, what makes you the expert of the whole phase?
And I spent from 17 to 35 in this whole phase where I was
Your
How old
own
are you
whole
now?
phase?
I'm 42.
Oh, okay.
Where I was out doing my thing.
Okay.
And so I got a little sister, and she was trying to dating guys, and she bringing them by the house to meet my dad and meet us, and I'm like, nah, this ain't him. He too flashy. He got 37-inch rims on the Cutlass. Like, nah, like it's just the aesthetic. You know how you look, how you present yourself. It's telling. You know what I mean? And I'm pointing these dudes out. That ain't him. That ain't him. She brought this one guy home. I said, that's the dude. That's him. He low key. He ain't into all that. He kind of look like an uncle, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's the guy. And he was, he talked well. He presented himself well. They've been married ever since.
Wow.
And she like, yo, you should talk to women about this, because a lot of women, they just don't know. And the sad part is they really don't care. Because they so attracted to those dudes. That's why guys can be hoes. Because it takes skills for a man to be a hoe. This is why it's respected, especially when a man is young. When a man is young, every man want to be a hoe. Most of them can't be that, right? The guys that can't, they want to be.
Okay.
So when a man is a hoe, he is respected by his friends. They want to know, man, how you get all these women? Tell me how to do it, right? Because it takes skills for a lot of women to be attracted to a man. He got to have the charisma, the personality, the looks, the finances, the height, whatever it is. He got to have these things. For a woman, all she got to do is have the will to do it. She ain't got to look no type of way.
Right.
She don't have to have no type of personality. She ain't got to have no money. She ain't got to have nothing. All she got to do is have the will. And she can be a hoe. She can walk in Target right now and ask
Walk out
10
with
dudes,
it, yep.
do you want some head? She gonna get 9 of them that's gonna say, absolutely, I want some head. And so for a woman to be a hoe with no skill involved, it's not respected in society or by men. Is it a double standard? Sure.
Absolutely.
But we
Yes, it should
treat
be.
sex differently as men and women.
Absolutely.
So therefore, if we aren't equal on that plane, because there's always the possibility that you can get pregnant out here and have a baby and have to walk around with that baby, whereas men, they
Say it all the time, bro. I say it all the time.
I agree with you, but I think even more in depth with and that's why I talk about it on my show, like the PPP tip. Women don't value themselves enough. It's
Like
we
the
do.
what?
I did the PPP. So it's properly pricing your pussy. And that's not for, and people always say when I say properly pricing your pussy, because they look at it overall, it's
the value.
It's knowing your worth, right? Because women don't value themselves anymore, because now we live in a society where they just give it away. I did to somebody, I said, after that, we'll fuck somebody raw before we give them the passcode to our phone. We will value the passcode to our phone more than we do our sex, or more than we do our bodies. And it's because our phones, I had one guy say, it's levels. So I said, ain't no fucking levels, it's real simple. Your phone holds your truths and your fucking lies.
Damn.
Your phone holds your secrets, and people will die for their secrets. But we won't die for our value and our worth. That's why
One thing to piggyback off of that I always say is that right now, women can, not value it is because the consequences aren't the same. There are so many different ways. You can have an abortion. You can be on birth control. You can, do all this, to avoid the consequences of sex. Sex used to have real consequences. You
still have real consequences for these women.
But what I mean, hold on. What I mean is, real consequences like, yo, you fucking old girl, and you get her pregnant, y'all going to get married. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all not that. Those were some of the rules back in the day. I know people in my own family where you be like, damn, when did y'all get married? Oh, you was pregnant. But what I'm saying is, back then it wasn't running to go get to the chop shop or you know what I'm saying. You had to kind of deal with your decisions.
So it's different now because we have different upbringings, right, about those consequences. And why I talk to young girls, 25, 30 and under, because they have to understand that the consequences are not the same. They don't value marriage. They don't value companionship. They don't even look for marriage because the guys their age are, what is she bringing to me? They don't date them. They don't respect them. So because the guys they don't see the girls, they don't see marriage or being settled down with in their future. And so what I do is when I talk to them, I'm like, okay, they don't see those consequences that we used to see about you be stuck with the baby, you should be getting married, you should be this. Then I let them know, okay, I know y'all are not valuing marriage, but at least value yourself, because the sleeping around, okay, you're not gonna get no husband, but what you're gonna do is leave yourself fucked up. You're gonna leave yourself broken. You're going to have children. You're going to have broken children, and it's a constant cycle. So everybody in society wants to say the consequences are having a child. They like, shit, we do that shit all day. They
but you see these kids out here, out the results and such.
So I want people to understand that it's more, the deepest consequence in all of the freelessly fucking is the what you're taking from self. Every time we let a man lay with us, he leaves him in us, and then seriously though, we don't think about it. You wonder why you can't stop thinking about the nigga. You got 10 damn niggas up in you, sweating on you, nutting on you, and you wonder why your ass is fucking half crazy, don't know where to go and what to do.
So you gotta remember too. It comes with it's some statistics behind that I quoted a little while back on one of these episodes, where when a woman has had more than 5 sex partners? 10. No, I'm saying before marriage, her chances of a happy marriage drop down to about 20%. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those things where every time, it's a quote that I heard, every time you sleep with a man, you're cheating on your future husband. Every time you sleep with a man, you're cheating on your future husband.
You are.
So let me ask you this: would you want to get married one day or not?
I have been married.
Do you want to get married again? Is that something you want to do or not?
So because there's 2 parts to that. So I was married. I had a marriage, no husband. He was present but not present, and that's why we're no longer together. So having that, and I think me living how I'm living now, my mentality, and knowing different things, I want companionship. I would like a partner, but I think as far as having the paper, for tax purposes and all the things I know, outside of that, I want like a marriage, but I don't have to have the paper necessarily. If we, say that we decide to be together, and there are things in place legally, wills and insurance and stuff like that, do I have to have a wedding and so on and so forth? No, because I value the relationship and not what the paper says. Because I've been in a situation where I had the paper and didn't have the husband, didn't have the man. So I want the man, I want the husband, I want the relationship.
So you want a real marriage if it happens to be a marriage.
Right, and then we don't have to even go downtown and change the tax brackets and do all of that or whatever. If we make sure that we, are business people, and that's not to say that it's not going to work, but that we're legally, if something happens to me, the first thing I want to do, whoever I'm saying that I want to be a partner with, is make sure that I have insurance. I have my ailments, and I want to make sure that if something happens to me, the person will be have things, and vice versa. But to have the paper and all of that for tax purposes, because it's really just a contract for the government per se, I don't have to have that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to ask. What about
you?
You?
Want to get married one day?
I would like to be married.
Okay.
But again, my version of what marriage would be similar to that. It would be making sure that our house and our home and our land and our assets are put into a trust where we both will be mutually taken care of, as well as any children. Things of that nature. But because I do know a little bit about marriage and kind of what the paper really essentially means, I wouldn't necessarily want the paper. And would I want like a ceremony or something like that in that nature? I wouldn't mind having a ceremony.
Wow.
I
Never
got
heard
you.
that
In
one.
the backyard of my house that we buy.
No, on our fresh piece of land that he gonna get us.
Yeah, so she was talking about, you know, the consequences, you know. We just talking about consequences as far as like having kids and stuff like that. And then she talked about, I think the mental consequences of it. But a lot of women don't take into account the consequences that come from it in the dating space for being a quote unquote hoe. Or you moving around out here like that.
Yeah.
It's consequences because most men don't want to marry a woman that either is a hoe or presents herself as a hoe, to where we look at her, whether it's her occupation, how she dressed, he talk about going outside naked, how she talk, how she posts on social media, or whatever, or knowing her from the neighborhood. We don't want to view you as a hoe, because when we view you as a hoe, as a woman, we automatically put you into the sex only category. The majority of us, are there some simps out here that'll marry you? Absolutely, but it typically don't last long, because Tupac said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Facts.
Because a lot of times women that are like that, they have to get rid of a piece of themselves in order to sleep with a bunch of men. Because most women don't want to do that. Most women don't want to have a bunch of men that they just sleep with, jump from dick to dick to dick.
Yeah.
Most women don't want to do that. So in order for a woman to do that, she got to get rid of a piece of herself. And that piece of herself that she never that she gets rid of, a lot of times you can't repair that when you've been doing that for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
She said these women are broken. Absolutely they broken. And when they come out here after that's over and they had that come to Jesus moment where they all of a sudden they want to be a wife now and find a husband, well, guess what? That stain or that outfit that you done put on for 15, 20 years is still on you. And when that's still on you, we can tell, just like men. Whole phase men, women can tell when a dude been a player out here.
Yeah.
The way he looked, the way he talked, the way he carried himself, his finance, they can tell. Just like when men come out here that's dealt with a lot of women, we can tell when a woman has been a hoe or is a hoe. Her behavior, how she dressed, how she defend hoes,
How she
outside.
carry herself.
Yeah, all of that stuff is gonna play into your personality. And men that have been out here and understand the game that you want to marry now are going to avoid a woman like that at all costs. So those are the consequences.
This nigga cold.
Those are the consequences of a woman being a hoe. Whereas a man, it's different. Men, we be out here and we be hoes, right? Women want you after that.
They want
Women
the hoe.
want you after that, and you are more settled down now, because guess what? You still got all the characteristics that women love as a man. They can have the dudes that can't be hoes. They friend zone them because they ain't got no swag.
Yeah, they
He's
ain't the one.
short.
Nobody else want them.
Nobody else
that
want him.
nigga.
They don't really like
He
him.
wearing
So
one
men that were hoes, women actually want them and want them for long-term relationships. Men just typically want women that are hoes for whole activities.
Now let me touch on something you said about the categorizing, right? Now, okay.
You missing them.
I know, I'm sorry.
One of the things that I hate is that, you know, sometimes how people are categorized. So I get categorized by men and women,
What you mean?
just in general.
Okay.
Like
About-
bad.
All the time.
Yeah.
For
Oh, I'm a hoe. I'm
Because-
provocative, and literally
Because your content?
because the name of my show is called PusssyTalk, and I am. Oh, they hate the PPP, but they never really listen, because if they listen to the PPP, they know it's telling women to
hold out on
know
your
their
pussy,
worth.
yeah.
And I really, one of the PPP tips is masturbate before you go on a date.
So you
Learn to hold your pussy sometime. So, but
Whoa.
because I say pussy a lot, and because, you know, the look, it's always categorized as that instead of actually listening to me. So I've always struggled with people, even, you know, when I used to wear clothes, and I said that I super be naked all the time. But, you know, when I used to wear clothes and I covered up more because I was insecure about myself, even still, people saw me and never heard me. So I've went through a long space of my life where I'm never heard for the things that come out of my mouth, which are very intellectual, are, you know, different, whatever, only because people see me. I'll give you a perfect example. I went to the beauty shop about a month ago. Lady in there, they're following me on social media. What the fuck they follow me for if they hate the word pussy, I don't know. So my beautician is running late. One of the ladies in there, she's probably in her 50s or something, old stuck up ass lady. She said something, and she's like, somebody was asking me something. She's like, oh, don't say the name in here. I said, don't say that. Everybody in here, fuck it. Y'all all in y'all 40s
That's
50s,
whack.
you know? And so, and I said, you don't even know what pussy talk means, do you? And she said, all I know is you be study saying pussy, girl. I don't even be listening. Then what the fuck you start following me for? Is what I wanted to ask her, but it's not my shop, and I don't want to stir up, and I'm trying to get my hair done today. So I explained to her, you know, the pussy talk and, you know, what it's about and stuff like that. And she said, well, if you had just said that, I probably wouldn't.
I say it all the time.
I say it all the
Right.
time. And even when, you know, certain people approach me, I have friends say, oh, every time I do a podcast with any male, I get 1,000 messages, even from women I know, am I fucking this guy? I said, no. Because I'm telling y'all to not be fucking everybody.
I get it.
And so they always categorize me as always. And I tell people, I have to say, I'm a nice looking woman with a nice shape, right? I have to say no a hell of a lot more than I say yes. Thousands of no's before I say one yes. Because if I said one yes every day, I'd be wore out by the end of the month. And so I'm actually furthest from home. I'm probably fucking the least. Because I do know the brokenness and the leaving and, you know, and stuff like that. But it's so hard in today's society because once you look a certain kind of way, even if you look a certain kind of way, you just only looked at and never heard.
So let me ask you this. So when we first started, you talked about dating 3 dudes. One of them you were sleeping with. You want to sleep with the second one. And if it gets to it, you would sleep with the third one
I never
too.
said that.
What did you say?
I said the second one. I said, so this is,
I
so
thought
let's
you said
say
the
this.
third one too.
No, I never said that. I would never sleep with 3 men at the same time. But this is the thing. I feel like dating, no, I will not just date one person. And that does not necessarily mean sex, but it can include sex. Okay. Now, the goal is ultimately to, you know, have somebody that you want to date, you know, their intention there. Mm-hmm. But if, you know, necessarily me and the person that I'm sleeping with or whatever happens and we don't, you know, there's some things with red flags or we not compatible sexually or in those or on other kind of aspects mentally, and, you know, and I decide that the other person, you know, I would like to go there with, then yes. But no, I would never, not at this stage in my life, be sleeping with 3 guys at the same time. But I will date 3 guys.
Would you sleep with 2 at the same time? Because then I'm asking this because you mentioned the second guy. If it came down, you know what I'm saying, you want to sleep with this here second dude, you get
I don't want to sleep with him. I'm attracted to him.
You getting there.
She would.
I'm attracted to him.
But you said,
not necessarily.
But you said you alluded to you wanting to sleep with him too, and so I'm asking you that because if that's the case and you understand the brokenness that comes from it, why would you put yourself in it with multiple men?
This is the thing. If I sleep with the other guy, usually for me, my pussy goes where my mind goes. And so if it got to a point where I said, okay, I'm going to make a decision to sleep with the second guy, then probably the first guy has lost me. And so I'm no longer probably interested in dating him at that point because essentially my seat and my head go in the same place. And so clearly there's something that we're not doing there, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I have no problem with cutting off things if I get to a point and even if we slept together and I say, hey, I see some things now that, you know, maybe we'll cut my losses. So if I get to a point, I am sexually attracted to the guy, but if clearly I haven't slept with him, there are a lot of reservations there. Or not reservations, but there are reasons why we haven't done that. I want to get to know him more, and I just want to fill out, you know, people and filling out people. But if I got to a point where I said, like I said, there were opportunities to sleep with him, but I haven't made that decision yet. But if I do, more than likely the other person will probably be off the map for me.
So would you ever sleep with 2 guys at, you know what I'm saying, at the same time? Not together, but...
Not a train.
Yeah. not a train, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe this dude on Monday.
No.
And then this other dude here on Thursday or Friday that you got.
No.
So not 2 men at once. Only 1 man at a time you going to sleep with.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I can dig it.
I believe her.
Yeah. No, seriously.
I mean,
believe her.
So here's my thing, right? I get it. We saying all those things. there have been some of your episodes that I have watched that are hella provocative. I could have sworn you fucked them.
Oh,
I ain't fucked nobody.
Listen.
That's crazy.
that last guy, I thought something happened.
Listen,
Give me shout out
what's his name?
to
Shout out
to me on the
man?
editing though.
you feel me?
To me on the
It's real
editing.
shit.
We
Listen.
show you down
Listen, no,
Good job.
but I'm
Because I
talking
can
about.
tell a story.
I'm saying
the horse.
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 That nigga doing his thing. Shout out to him.
Is he from here? Where you from?
Yes,
Oh,
he
I didn't
is
know bro was
Chicago.
from here.
He doing
but
his
hey,
thing.
horse, come fuck
Come
with us.
fuck
Come
with
talk
us.
with us, yo.
Yes,
But
please.
on some real shit, like that was super provocative.
Yeah,
and
Now,
it's
listen, they
hold
love
on,
that.
but
Hold on.
but I get it. That sells, but I mean, he has a platform too, and he ain't gonna be grabbing on no single brother and
Guess what?
twerking on and this
But
that.
that's
and the other.
his-
This is the thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
people only pay attention to what they see. The only time he only ever touched me once. The other times I
I'm
was
talking about you touching him.
Who? We were hugging.
I mean, look, that's fine. I'm
We
just
were
saying
hugging.
it was mad
What about
provocative.
it? Wasn't provocative. What about a hug or me grabbing him? Even if I was dating him, grabbing him and fucking him is two totally different
I
things.
understand. I'm just saying
It doesn't say you're fucking him.
I get it. I said it was provocative.
But
I said it was provocative. Provocative
So-
can
so
mean
hugs are
the interaction.
provocative.
Listen, the interaction between two people can easily be dictated as provocative.
It
The
was
way y'all,
slow.
Well, what made you? Okay, it was provocative.
then
But what
it was
made you
another
think
one.
I
What's-
fucked him?
listen, because it was provocative as
I
fuck.
didn't think you fucked him.
What about it was another brother? He had on like a white hat, white shirt. Y'all was on the bed joint. You had twerked on him a bit. And I was like, damn. Well, shit.
Oh, right. He's talking about Jonathan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's something I'm like, yeah, that's.
Views?
Not necessarily. So let's say this. I am a single woman.
I
Right.
get it.
And I
get
am
it.
a single
Respect.
woman.
Respect.
And this is the thing people have to understand. And I know what he would say, act, a certain kind of way. But let's say this: I am a single woman. I went there to do a podcast, so not necessarily was it for views, but he's an attractive man. He's very charismatic. There was some flirting, and so everything there was organic. Did we go out on a date? Absolutely. Have we slept
Listen,
together? No.
you ain't gotta say that. All I said was it's provocative. What they say, it gets the people going.
It
You
gets
feel me?
people going.
Right. It was provocative, so people could, imagine that. You dig what I'm saying?
All right. Now, you wanted to ask a question?
I do.
What's up? Go
See, I
ahead.
have a question, and I'm a little bit younger, right? So this is something that I think can help people of my age who think like me, right? So I dated long term from high school all the way up until last year, right?
Okay.
And now-
why y'all didn't get married?
Because they
Because
didn't date.
it was going nowhere, just having something to have
didn't
something,
date.
but it was really nothing, essentially.
Women think they be dating
It
whole time
really
they
they
be getting
don't.
fucked on for 8 years.
But what was something that you
Facts.
said earlier? You date with a
What intention?
purpose, intention.
Yes,
right. But keep going. I'm sorry.
I've learned that too now that men are placeholder. I was nothing more than a placeholder. So really, I was just there for him to have something to come home to, something settled, something stable. But he really didn't want to be with me, and I was just hoping and praying that one day he would pick me, just because I thought
What?
if I do all of these things that you are requiring from me, eventually you'll pick me. But really, I was
Right.
never going to be picked. I was already categorized as this one thing,
You
and I
didn't
would
require
never
anything
Get
from
you-
How old was he?
young too.
Yeah,
Same age.
Right.
But-
Same age?
I'm aware of that now, but in those stages, I didn't have the same understanding, right?
Yeah.
And I also thought the body count thing. Well, for real, no, this
What about it?
is for
Go
real.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was so worried about keeping my body count low or not being viewed as a whole or making sure that my reputation was of a certain standard. So even if I did go, I have had sex with other men too. Don't get me wrong, but it's a very few. I made sure that they were never in the same vicinities, never in the same worlds, never in the same fields, wouldn't come across paths. The internet's the internet now. But then I was always sure to never do my dirt nowhere near home. I always kept my rep clean and clear or whatever, however you want to put that. But now looking back, I wish I would have dated. I took myself off the market before I even got on the market thinking I was playing this housewife role or whatever it was because we were living together. But really, I was essentially shacking up and I never had the opportunity to date because I immediately took myself off the market.
Okay.
Right? So with that, how would you tell somebody who's younger stepping in straight away to navigate that?
Well, the first thing I tell young women who actually want relationships and marriage is to date older men. That's the first thing I tell them.
Yeah,
It
for sure.
It don't, and I told them to start at 35. That's the age
the
that I
exact
get.
same conversation with the car.
Because-
Crazy.
Because like when dudes is young,
They're
they
young.
are in their whole phase. It's
For
the
sure.
most selfish time of their life. They're most sexually uncontrolled,
Yeah.
and their most immature time of their life. So
Yeah.
everything about them, everything is about them.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So expecting him to be exclusive to you when y'all
It's
23, 24, he don't even know who he is yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you do have men over 35. That don't mean that a man over 35 just gonna be ready.
Yeah.
That ain't what that means. It means that the older he is, the better your chances are going to be. That he's going to want to slow down and be like, you know what? I need to chill out with one woman because I've been through this. I did this for all of these here years. And those men that have been through that whole phase and got out of it, they are usually more established financially. They should be more mature and just stable financially, where they live in space with, if they got kids and they baby mom, things should be a little more stable at starting at that point.
Yeah.
So I think that women should date older, because typically most women do. It's like a 7-year gap in marriage between men and women because of those factors that men just don't have when they're younger. So if you're going to date a younger man, just be prepared for it.
I think that's a great piece of advice that I wish I would have possibly had earlier that I didn't have. So I think it's great that we have these platforms now where we can learn from other people before we step out into these worlds and then kind of get slapped in the head when you necessarily don't need to.
So real quick, I want to say this to you, right? And a lot of women say this, right? I wish I hadn't did this. I wish I hadn't did that. It ain't that, those things that you did, holding on to you not wanting to be out here with all these men, doing those wifey things at home, those are great qualities and great things to do when you're doing them for the right person.
Agree.
That's
Absolutely.
it. So I don't want you to take those things, because a lot of women get jaded because they deal with so many whole face men and they do so many good things, wifey things, that it ruins them later on.
Yeah.
So then when they get with a quality man, they say, you know what? I'm not being submissive no more, because when I was submissive, I got taken advantage of. I'm not cooking for a man no more because when I was doing this, I got taken advantage of. So now when they get out here, this is the downfall of dating so many whole-faced men. When they get out here and finally meet a quality husband material man that actually wants a relationship and marriage, now she ain't doing the very things that he is looking for.
Yeah.
Because she did them for so many men that were no good.
I think that's why
So-
it's essential to heal before you step into that next phase.
You have to.
You have to. And that's what I'm doing right now, because I didn't want to take anything harboring from my last situation to my next situation, so I get myself together first.
Let me ask you this. What are you doing to heal?
Ooh, a lot of things.
Accountability.
Is number
I mean,
one.
like what though? What are you doing? Like, are you talking to anybody outside of your
Therapy
friends or therapy? Like, what are you doing to heal?
To heal. Okay, so just overall lifestyle change, right? So yes, definitely going to therapy, digging into my past, my parents, how I, got here, what led me to the decisions that I did make, holding myself accountable for a lot of the things that I did. I was pointing the finger at other things or other outside influences, but really a lot of it was really just myself and having to sit in that, right? Even hold myself accountable for what my children are. My children are how they are because of me, because of the decisions that I've made.
Are your children with Buddy?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. One thing that I always ask women, you in these long relationships, and you saying you weren't getting anywhere, did you demand that? Did you make it clear, were those conversations made, like, where are we going? What are we doing? Are we just coexisting and having kids, or are we working towards a goal?
Yes and no. Yes, conversations, but no accountability after
I don't
the
even think
conversations.
you were having conversations. I think the thing that people don't understand, a lot of situations just like hers, she was a kid. She can't ask for something that she never knew or never recognized. That's what so there were no conversations. They went from meeting to fucking to staying together and fighting for 7 years. That's it. And so she didn't know the questions to ask. So if she get back out, I say, making sure that you're asking questions before you start dating. You gotta know who you are.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you want. More importantly, you have to know what you don't want.
Yeah.
And so making sure that you are diligent in asking guys questions and getting to know people, that's holding off on the pussy. Because once we as women get dick, we stop listening to men. We don't care what they say. If we ain't been fucked or if the dick is good, he can say he got 10 wives and 32 children. We finna have
Like
33.
Yep.
She's gonna be
I
like,
was gonna say that.
And so
I
that's
get,
why
yeah, I get that.
So I think for her, she'll be okay. You know, she's in a good.
Oh,
but
for
she
sure.
didn't know what to ask for.
I'm gonna keep it
27.
real. We can't keep throwing young
I
as.
keep saying this.
So listen,
I'm 26.
we can't keep throwing young as an excuse though,
She
right?
was a kid. She was
It
17.
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to me,
How come?
especially.
It do. She didn't have
Because-
no parents to teach her. It do. All that do
So,
matter.
so I'm gonna keep it real. It doesn't matter to me per se. Me and my wife been together since
I
we
knew
was
you was
short.
gonna go there.
Since
I
high
see what
school.
you did
You
there.
dig what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. But we always had a goal in mind. It was one of those things. It was
Did y'all come from
conversations.
two
But
parents?
I'm-
Which one of y'all came?
I did.
That's
You did
what
what
it is.
Well, look,
I
look.
get, yeah,
It's
yeah.
why
Hold on.
I
Some guys like ain't mature. Maybe you was.
I
Came
wasn't
from a
mature for a
two-parent
long
household.
time.
It's a whole different
You know what I'm saying?
mentality.
Right. I wasn't mature for a long
I got a
time.
But that's what I'm
similar.
saying. But
Yo,
eventually
you wasn't
those
gonna be
men
different.
think different.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Listen.
I don't know. That's a.
I'm sorry. I am
No,
so
go
sorry.
for it.
I got a similar, like a situation that's similar. I was with a woman for 7 years, and I was that man that wasn't building to like. I wasn't leading.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe that was like the same situation she was going through with the guy looking for him to.
She was
But that's why you
17,
have to
he was
ask those
15 or
questions and-
16.
And it wasn't. The communication was.
Yeah, that's
was
what I'm
horrible.
saying. At some
For
point,
sure.
during that 7 years, we have to start figuring out what is it we're working towards. But yeah, I know
Yeah.
you get
tough.
caught in these.
That's
You
tough.
get caught in
It's
these
tough.
situations.
It's tough, y'all, because
Yeah.
you have to understand
tough.
that when she was 17, this is the thing. In a lot of situations on this, and we don't talk about this as women, what really be fucking us up. She was a kid, with already a kid, and then had a kid by another kid when she met him, is what essentially what we all be doing.
Yeah.
So when she got with him, she was already 16 with a baby, not by him. So then she went from 16 with a baby to 18 with 2 kids. But she don't know nothing. She's still a kid. So she can't ask for nothing. She can't require shit because she wasn't raised. Her mother wasn't there. A lot of us girls from black communities, we don't grow up without mothers. So we're motherless. How does it happen? No, not necessarily. Everybody parents are on drills, but they work in 40, 50, 60 hours a week. When they get home, they tired. So they're present but not present. So we just weren't taught these things to ask.
Yeah.
She don't know what to ask. A lot of the young girls don't. They don't know what to ask for. They don't even recognize it. And this is one of the biggest misconceptions that pisses me off when I hear the young boys say, she's looking for me to be her dad. Yes. Because essentially
What you doing?
we were supposed to have a father, but because we didn't come up without a father, Richard, it was supposed to be our husband or our man was supposed to replace our dad, and if he couldn't, he'd take us back home.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm looking for somebody to protect me, to provide for me,
like a
to
dad.
make me feel
Yeah.
secure and safe.
That's why when you get married and your dad is around, he walk you down the
the
aisle.
aisle.
He's giving
and
you
he
a way.
hands you over to this other man.
To
That's
take-
what
yeah.
the providing, protecting, and leading comes from men. But on the flip side of that, we see a lot of women that say, I know I do. Oh, you want me to cook and clean like your mom?
Yes.
I know.
Because you want me to
I'm
take
like a
care of you
bonus
like
mama,
your
'cause
dad.
I
right?
cook and clean, but I suck your
This is
That
what
part.
we do.
Look, yes,
Well,
I'm like the mom, but bonus. I'm cooking,
Yeah,
cleaning.
but
Let's
a
move
given,
on
it's
from
a
that.
given,
Let's just
it's
be
a-
like, listen,
it's
it's
a
the new
given,
woman
it's
in
a
my
given.
life.
But
You
you're
did?
supposed to, and this, they do.
A
They
young man, he ain't gonna know which direction to go most times
Yes.
at that particular age when he's that
Unless
young.
he grew up in a
ain't
household
gonna
where
know.
he saw his dad being a dad.
Even still,
And
my
then some-
parents be married 40 years, and I had my kid at 17. He's 24 now. I wasn't thinking about getting married and moving in, and I wasn't thinking about none of that. I'm like, look, I'm gifted. I'm gonna
And
get out
I'm
here in
gonna
the
get out there.
street. Like that's just what it was at that particular time, man. Just joking around, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that, even though I was raised in that
But really, not a joke.
environment
It's real
and that
serious. So
household.
that's how men be thinking. So it's we
Yeah.
joking, but it's a true,
Yeah.
very true.
So-
they be thinking I got a dick and that's it.
So I'm gonna keep it
Basically.
real. My situation was different. You know what I'm saying? My situation was different because, you know, I found a girlfriend that I just really fucked with. You dig what I'm saying? We was together. We was
That's-
together
yeah.
4 years before my daughter.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe 3. 2.5, 3, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I was what, 18, 19 when we had my oldest? You dig what I'm saying? And I was just like, well,
Let's do it.
gotta make this, like, cause I wanted a family. Like, I ain't wanna have a baby mama. I didn't wanna have, you know, like I couldn't imagine nobody else raising my seeds. You dig what I'm saying? That was always paramount. You dig what I'm saying? Like I never,
right.
I never thought outside of that because I knew, for me, I know how bad it could get for somebody without a child without. You dig what I'm saying? And my wife's, hey, I mean,
That's
shit.
only if I end up having one kid. My daughter just made 21.
My oldest is 21.
Found
Yeah.
nobody after I did that. Like the girls be having the 23 kids. I never found anybody. I did that, and it was like I was young. I never found nobody worthy of to give such a thing to. Just be giving somebody a baby. Hell no. That was a lot of goddamn work.
But that's the thing too.
That's
We gotta
why I
stop. We gotta have these women stop giving these men the best thing, the best gift without, you know what I'm saying, the commitment.
Repeat that part.
You know what I'm saying? We can't keep like we talk about these ain't shit niggas and these ain't shit baby daddies. Well, you gave him the baby.
You did.
You dig what I'm saying?
A lot of times, like, they don't turn into these deadbeats. A lot of these dudes were losers and deadbeats when you met them. You met him as a
you still
loser
gave him
and a
the pussy.
deadbeat.
And then the baby.
you
And
had
then the baby.
Because
And
we
then the
got famous people doing this same thing. We
Yeah.
got famous singers that's married to football players that said, hey, I'm cool with being baby mama number 6 to an alleged guy that was not taking care of his kid.
Yeah.
We got this type of stuff going on all the time.
Wait a minute.
And so
But it's a
That's a
selfish
true story.
Look, they don't pay attention
It's
to
a selfish thing too.
Who was number
Because
11?
they're having those children for themselves.
I know
It's
something
not
about
about. It's not
Women
about.
don't be having children, but they be broken and they want a fucking emotional attachment to some shit.
But that's what I'm saying. They have. So they have. I want to be a mom. It's not about raising a child the right way. It's about what you want. It's not about. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. One of my best partners just had a shorty. What's today? Yesterday. You dig what I'm saying? In a situation just like that. Like, you know good and well, this man didn't want that. It wasn't a consensual thing to go raise have this child, but you want to do it because of your own reasons. When you know that's not the best way to do things.
And want, of course, him to find that. Now,
Yeah,
hey,
and he
a lot of them got something to do with
had
it.
when you
why
had
Women
the
don't hold
ability.
themselves accountable for constantly fucking the same kind of men.
Yeah.
And the reason why they keep fucking the same kind of men, I think, is because if they have to, in order to get a better man, they got to be a better woman. And if in order to be a better woman, you have to say, what am I doing wrong? Hold yourself accountable for your bullshit and do better, which is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because it's easier.
It's
to
easy to
sit
just be
in your
like,
shit.
fuck it, yeah.
They don't call that hate speech.
They do.
call that.
That's why they hate. They literally do.
I know,
They
trust me.
talk. When I say that
I
shit,
deal
they
with it.
kills me.
I get it. And that's accountability is a part of growing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to feel that pain. Accountability sometimes hurts because it requires you to look at yourself.
The mirror,
and
baby.
assess yourself. And a pain teaches us lessons, regardless if it's a physical pain or if it's a mental pain, because we feel like, oh man, now we playing ourselves, we stupid because of this or that, this man did this. It changes us some type of way. Same as a physical pain. If you don't change anything after you experience some pain, you gonna stay the same and keep messing yourself up.
Yeah.
Don't put on those shoes when you hit your toe on the corner of this thing here, and you do it again and again. Pretty soon that toenail gonna be black, or you gonna lose that pinky toe. It's the same thing in relationship.
Yeah.
Keep going on with these here dudes that's losers. That's losers. Now you're gonna have a kid or a couple kids.
Hey, you keep
Yeah.
picking
and he
losers.
gone,
Yep.
and you all by yourself
And
sitting there
broken.
trying to get another dude to come in and play stepdaddy.
You keep picking losers.
It is.
What are you? You
That was
feel me?
cold-blooded.
You feel me?
They don't. That accountability shit every time.
It's hard.
There have been conversations. I remember the first conversation I had with her about accountability. She used to be my employee. Now she my best friend / soulmate, whatever. So she was turning 26, and she kept saying, "Give me some advice if you was 26."
What would you tell me?
What would you tell me? And I said, she said, because I always say I never would change anything about me. Nothing that happened to me, all the fuck ups, all the pain, all the hurt, all of that, cancer, 2 times nothing, because it made me have the perspective that I have now, and I wouldn't change it. And so I asked her, was she ready for the conversation? I said, are you really my friend?
Cause the stuff I'm gonna say, a lot of people don't be friends after.
I said, you hate yourself. The man hates you. Stop fucking him. You'll see that he hates you. Your children don't like you. I sat here for months and watched your children come outside sad. They don't like you. The reason why your son isn't talking to you is because he don't like you and you too scared to ask him. Your daughter also looks like a little boy and wants to be a man because she's scared of her dad. She never told me she was being. I said, your daughter is watching you being weak, and the reason why she's acting like a man because she doesn't want to become weak like you. So there she's come outside, hey, deep in her voice at 5 years old. I said, your kids don't like you and you don't like you and you're not being a mother. And you have to hold. I said, and if you want to be better 26, you got to hold yourself accountable for all that shit.
So listen, hold on. Time out.
That is tough.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've never been in a space or heard women talk to other women that way.
They normally
listen, accountability. I've heard you say it 6 times probably in the last 15 minutes, and women don't usually do that.
No. They normally champion each other.
And coddle.
Mm-hmm.
And coddle.
That's the problem. I get that's why I said,
coddle
and
each
the problem
other.
why women are fucked up is because we have fucked up friends around us cheering on our bullshit instead of holding us accountable for our fucking faults and saying, no, stay with that fucked up nigga. And because you know why they want you to stay with the fucked up nigga? No, because I got a fucked up nigga, and why would I want you to be better than me?
Misery
Why would I
loves
want you to get a new nigga? Because then if you get better, you get new. I'm gonna say you acting funny, you being different. When really is, I'm the motherfucker who's still fucked up. And even when she called
Misery
me,
loves company.
the same thing, accountability. I have no problem with admitting I'm wrong, saying all the time, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I didn't hear you, and shit and stuff like that. I just do. Even when she do stuff, I know, sometimes we're friends and she works with me, but there is a line, and I'm like, okay,
You fucked that up.
accountability, and why, and then why we keep having this conversation, and then I say, you know what, you think about it.
And you know what? If don't nobody hold you accountable for nothing, they don't really care about you.
They don't.
Facts.
They don't.
They don't really care.
Facts.
If they ain't holding you accountable and showing you yourself and trying to correct you respectfully as a friend, they don't really care about you. They want you to run into a wall and be miserable just so they can sit there and bask in your misery. Like,
Or they can
at least they ain't better than
or they
me.
can feel better than you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At
Real
least
shit.
they ain't better than me. And that's not nobody that you want around you. But you also got to know when you out here tripping.
We never
And
have
you need to be
friendships.
corrected.
Most of women are never, men are better at being friends than women. Women never are truly friends. 80 to 90% of women friendships are bonded off fucking traumas, eating, and fucking drinking. You can't ask your friend who you say your friend, what makes her smile? What is she like? What is she allergic to? When are her children's birthday? Do you talk to their kids? All of that stupid shit. They be friendships. It be bonded relationships off traumas. They're really not friends. Because like he said, true friends hold each other accountable and make each other better. One of the things I love about our friendship is I think I root more for her and she roots more for me. And I think that's what helps us also to have a healthy friendship. Because I tell her all the time, I don't care what people are going on the internet and how many times I go viral and how big I get or how big I grow. Never look at me. Because the moment you start to look at me, there will be a jealousy. And I don't care about none of that. You know me personally. You know who I am. Don't ever forget it. Do never look at me. I will never be looking at you. We are looking here to where we are going. That is it.
That's crazy. It's rough for y'all because as a man, we don't have to deal with none of that.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm
Deal
saying?
with what?
Like just what she was saying.
Jealousy?
Don't look at me and all that.
Not
Yes,
look
we
at
do,
me
man.
like that.
Well, what I'm saying is we don't, as in like a friend, like real shit. I see where we going with that. I get it. Hey, look, what I'm saying is, bro, like I feel like I can recognize it immediately and be like, fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because I know the energy I'm gonna bring into a circumstance, into a situation. So I'm not really worried about it. If motherfucker jealous, Joe, you just gonna have to. Oh well, cause we moving this way.
Yeah.
We doing this.
Emotional. So we're so fucking different. Her hair get longer than mine 1 inch. If I don't like my hair this short, I'm gonna be like, oh bitch, that don't look good. Any little
You should do something
She
different.
come out
right?
here looking good in her dress and I ain't looking good. You should have put what you got that on
Hey,
for?
where we hear that at sometimes though,
What?
in weddings. the woman don't want the other women, so they'll.
One of my old friends did that shit. Oh my gosh, she had us looking so
Really?
fucked up.
I've
It was
heard
fucking
about
horrible.
stuff like
I
that.
had my bridesmaids. They had the same style dress, and I made sure it was fitting to everybody's different bodies and stuff. Cause I want everybody to be beautiful. This is a day. That was the best thing about the wedding. But anyways,
So look, I was in my partner wedding, and I talked about this a few weeks ago. Tell you remember. Facts and Law family, y'all remember.
What happened?
So I'm in my boy wedding, and you know what I'm saying, he being a groomzilla a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's different.
You know what I'm saying? Just everything was annoying him. You feel me? He was just
He was a sour face.
He was just frustrated about, he just wanted shit to go right. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? And I was just a groomsman. So his best man, right? This motherfucker show up. Real deal show up, Joe, with his hair dyed fucking pink.
Which who?
The
husband?
The groomsman. The best man.
The best man. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what the fuck type shit is that? You want to be the center of attention or something?
Had to be.
I'm sorry.
God knows, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
God knows, but I don't. Listen, all I'm saying
That
is,
sound like a sissy. Bro.
it was dyed fucking pink,
But he was trying.
and I'm just like, who the fuck does that? This is your boy's day. You dig what I'm saying? Why you want people talking about you standing up there looking crazy? I'm gonna make a scene. You know what I'm saying?
Did it cause problems?
I think so. It caused problems for me.
Because if I had been,
you get what I'm saying?
If I had been the bride.
Oh, she was. Don't trip. The bride was not happy in any capacity. Listen. Look, the bride was not happy in any capacity, and I'm sitting here right now bringing it up because I thought it was some bull. I'm like,
didn't kick him out.
They
ain't on the.
Too late at that.
No,
because they at the
it's there. He ain't got to do. Listen, no. Listen. Motherfuckers pulled up that day with a do-rag on, and we looking like, all right. The motherfucker came in the bathroom with me, like we in the bathroom, right? It's a few of the groomsmen in there looking in the mirror, and the nigga take the do-rag off, and I look, I say, damn.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
I did not know that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
What you said?
I'm like, word, nigga?
How long him and the groom been friends?
I'm not
For
sure.
like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He mad at that man?
Huh?
He mad at him?
I don't know what it was, but I just felt like it was in poor fucking taste. And I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what you doing? Like,
Wow.
you feel me? And so I'm like,
I'm gonna say something. I saw this movie, right, where these two guys was friends for like a long time since they was like teenagers. Now I'm not saying it's your friend. Now I'm just saying what I saw in the movie, hypothetically, where these guys was teenagers and they had been friends for 20-some odd years, and they both also dated women, and then it came out later on when the man was getting ready to make a commitment to the woman that the guy was like, how the fuck you want me
I'm
to
gonna go out on a
shoot
limb
at
and say
your
this
wedding?
is absolutely not the same. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
No, I'm about to go out on a limb. Hey, I'm about to go out on a limb.
And the guy wanted to know why he wanted him to show up at his wedding, and he was in love with him.
Oh no! Listen, he's talking about me.
Right.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I was the groom.
He was right. Look, you feel me? Listen. No, we just saying shit.
Hey, I was the groom and my best man. I had 3 best men, and one of them did show up with pink hair.
You just make it to the best man.
No.
He was in the wedding.
I was in a wedding, but it was different. It was so.
I don't know why he did that. I honestly don't.
At that time, I think we had been going.
he's on a level.
Of course, yeah. No, we talk about it all the time. So, I wasn't the best man.
You know.
That was my. He's one
His
of my
best man.
He's one of my
I'm
best
talking
men.
about him.
But
So, no,
we
so-
think we be knowing people for a long time until we get married and shit.
Listen. My wife was
Hot.
She was hot.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's her day.
I ain't never been married.
It's her.
I've been in 8 weddings.
You feel
Say
me?
again.
Yeah.
You the professional groomsman.
Yeah.
Wait, what you say?
I've
He a
never been
professional
married, but I've been in
groomsman.
8 weddings.
Say a professional
best
groomsman.
man. man, yeah.
That's what they want to
You
look
look,
for.
I saw
The-
that you
the
do look good
suits.
in the suit.
And the
She was stalking the page,
just
dog.
the
You know,
page
you saw what
stuff.
she said, right?
You look
I've
good in
been
the
following
suit.
him for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Years.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something though. What's like one of the biggest misconceptions that about your whole content, your platform?
One of the biggest misconceptions about it is that I'm still a hoe.
Oh, you promote
That I
promoting that whole phase.
Yeah, that I'm teaching men how to be hoes. And
How?
that's not really what I
Is
do.
that the men saying that?
No, it's the women. It's the
Them
women.
bitches.
Because they see,
Well,
well, I mean,
they
you
don't-
gotta think they see the title
Yeah.
and then they just be like, "Oh, he's an expert on
Yeah.
being a
But
hoe."
they all
Just
be on
like-
there trying to fuck him.
Yeah, but just
Word.
like
And he don't seem like the type to be fucking him. So this is the thing that I hate about the internet. They call him a hoe. They all want to fuck him. He not fucking none of them. So how he still? How
What
the
did we
hoe?
say though? Women want the what?
What they want?
Top 20%. You
True,
feel me?
But you
The
know,
hoe.
for
The
me,
hoe.
I be doing surveys, and I asked
Yeah.
them one day because somebody sent me a DM like, "Man, you got some bad chicks on your page. I
Yeah.
know you be sending them DMs and smashing them." So I put the survey up. Ladies, if I ever shot my shot at you,
What was the percentage?
it was 1%. It can't go lower than 1%. It was.
So you put the
99%
poll-
of them said no.
Oh, 1%
If I shot my
said yes?
shot at you or tried to get your number, 99% said no.
So 1% said yes.
1% said yes because it can't
Is
get
that
no lower.
true?
No,
Probably,
this nigga
yeah.
said, this nigga he messed it
Yeah.
up.
No, we talking 1%. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's pretty low. And
Right.
you gotta understand,
That's
I've been
right.
on social media for a long time. Since 2013.
Even me, I
So,
might be.
I'm just talking
At this
shit.
particular point in my life and what I want in a woman, I just don't move like I used to move. So now my time is more valuable. When you get out of that, when you stop moving around and jumping from woman to woman to woman, you start to focus more on the quality of the woman over the quantity. Because I understand that I have a lot to lose now.
Yeah.
Before, I didn't understand, even though I was in my career very early and making money as a 24, 25-year-old man, I still didn't quite understand what I had to lose at that time.
Right.
Now, since I've been about 35, 36, I understood, bruh, you got properties, you got this, you got your career.
Let me ask you
know
this.
what you can mess up. Go ahead.
Something that you asked both the ladies. Do you want to be married one day?
Absolutely, I want to be married.
So what do you think is preventing that? Like, cause I'm gonna keep it real. As a man, you know, we decide on when it's time and who we choose, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You've been teaching for a while. You know what you want. What do you think is holding you back?
Well, I was in a relationship for 3 years.
Okay.
And I ended that relationship because she was really wanted a kid, knowing that
You done?
I was like,
You done?
yeah, I was
Okay.
like, nah, but you know, you think you could change somebody into having a kid, and I just wasn't having it, so I decided
what
to end the
women do.
relationship. So after that, I've been single now for about 3 years. So then after that, COVID hit, and then the lockdown and all this, I had to get that out my system, and now it's just different. You know what I'm saying? Because I talk to women, like you talking about dating. Before I even get to the date with you, I'm gonna talk to you and see
Yeah.
where your mind at. Because now whole culture is taking over so much.
So
out here,
much.
right? So I have to see how you carry yourself on social media, see how you handle your business, see how you talk, see do you think you need a man.
Yeah.
Right? Not that you in distress or can't take
But
care
if
of
you
yourself,
don't need
but
me, I don't
mentally,
want you.
do you feel like, you know what, a man is essential to my life because I don't want to lead my own life as a woman. That's not my position. I want to be a helpmate to a man that's a qualified leader. Do you feel that? Do you understand what it means to be submissive to a man, and do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Like, these here are things that I ask now that are more in depth, and at this particular point, the options are there, but the fit for me, because I'm an old school man's man. I was raised like that.
Yeah.
So it's just certain things and certain ways that I believe in as a man, that a man's supposed to provide, protect, and lead. Whatever that man can do as far as providing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, you know, you got to pay 100% because some guys can't. You know what I mean? But you should be the bulk.
You can pay 100% if you want to live in a box.
If you can.
You feel me?
So and most women want that from a man, right?
Yeah.
So if that's what you want from me, my role, you better understand your role and be willing to play your role as the helpmate to me. I don't want my woman working full time, 60 hours a week for somebody else, and then you come home to me and
tell
I
me what
can't
you can't
get no
do.
head.
Yeah.
I can't get no.
Don't come tell me what you
I
can't
get no
do.
greens. I can't get nothing. If AT&T gets 70% of you, I'm getting 30.
I agree.
But I said I'd lay down my life for you. I don't want you to have to go through that, sweetheart. I'm good over here. I got the providing part of me good. I need you to take care of Zaddy. That's what I need you to do. Part-time is cool. If you want to just have something to do, work part-time 20 hours a week. But I need you more with me. And I need a woman that understands that and actually wants to do it. And today, you got so many women, our women, getting educated, making money, understanding. And they like, you know what? I wasn't raised to be this way. I was raised to be more independent and by, independent. Let's just say independent. So then when you bring that old school mentality of, well, I don't want my woman out here chasing a career like that. I just don't.
Now you trying to hold her back.
Now is you want a slave, or you want a maid, or you want somebody like that. And for me, that attitude just don't work well for my personality and what I want in a woman.
Let me ask you this.
So
Do
it's
you
tough.
think in order to get what you want, you might have to make some concessions somewhere?
We all got to make some somewhere with
Like
some
maybe,
things.
like maybe, go ahead, give her a little one or something.
Oh no, we ain't doing that. I gotta go back to the doctor to give her.
Let me take.
Oh, you did.
Because I can give unlimited cream pies and she ain't got nothing happening for me. I can tell you that right now. So
Can I touch on something you said that I think is very important for women to understand? One thing, I had a video that one kind of Bible where I was saying, like, for me, yes, when I'm by myself and single and not sleeping with a guy and stuff like that, yes, I can do my own thing, pump my own gas, so on and so forth. But when I'm dating a guy and I said specifically, I'm not pumping my own gas and shit. I don't be wanting to take out my own trash. It's a long way down there. You can, if I feel like a man can come over here and lay with me, he should be able to come over here and also do the things that I need him to do. I need a man to be of service to me. I think a lot of the times the culture, key thing he said is they have conditional submission.
Yep.
They
That's
will
facts.
submit to a man in the bed. Oh,
As long
swallow
as-
it, gobble it, beat it down, do all that things. But then they don't not listen to a man in their life. I want to listen to you in my life. How would I listen to you in bed? But then if you say, hey, don't make this move, or don't do this, or don't go that way.
Or don't wear this, or don't
I won't,
do this. Or,
all
yeah.
of those things.
Yeah.
I won't listen because essentially women forget that the man is essentially supposed to have her better interest. So how can you say I listen to him in bed, but I won't listen to him outside of bed? Because essentially what he's doing.
He trying to control me.
right, because they a lot of them weren't raised to listen to a man like
Yep.
that.
They didn't see a man.
But
yeah.
it's a part of protection. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about a fool out here. We talking about a solid man.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he like, yo, baby, you shouldn't wear that. That
Yeah.
ain't good for you. You finna go out with your girls?
No.
No, man, you got
Not
your
that.
booty. Like,
Yeah.
come on now. No. You
Real
know what
shit.
he trying to do? He trying to keep them fools up off you that's gonna come and grind
Don't call-
and rope on you.
Don't
and do
call
things
me
to you.
about this
So-
nigga
But
grab
also
my
what he's
ass.
doing is
Understand.
asserting that he actually cares for you.
Right.
Because a man who cares for you and actually wants you doesn't want you out there still advertising yourself as a
Absolutely
single
not.
woman when you're a taken woman.
He don't want you to, men don't want you advertising yourself like that anyway. For a woman that they find that they would like to date seriously. I don't care if you single. I don't want to look at your page and see your booty cheeks on your page.
If
Because
I do, you're in that. What's that category we talking
The
about?
sex only category.
Okay.
Because this is what I tell women all the time when they ask me, because I do page critiques. Because they say, hey, what do men think when they look at my page? So I offer page critiques to the women. And I tell them, if you wouldn't post it if you was in a relationship, don't post it while you're single. Because husband material men that's out here that want to get married and looking for wives, they are going to look at your page
And
go through it
critique
with a
this
fine
shit.
tooth comb.
Yep.
Especially the more money he makes. Because the more
Look.
money he makes, the more he's going to critique everything you do because he got more to lose.
Me and-
So, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say me and my cousins got a group chat. You know what I'm saying? And some of them not married. We seeing, goddammit, pages all day. And we gonna look at it and I'm be like, she got X amount of followers. She got the cheeks out. I've already seen her nipples. You might wanna, you feel me? It's certain things, bro. You might wanna, it's a category.
Men don't like, what women don't think about is that men don't like women that's got a whole bunch of followers.
Real shit, cause of what you
You
chasing.
want to know why? Because
Unless it's a business.
Y'all, social
Unless it's a
media,
business.
Yeah, a business is different.
Mm-hmm.
But social media for women is completely different what it is for men.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Women can get dick at any time on social media. Men can't get sex from women.
Real
at any
shit.
time. Unless you're an athlete.
Yeah.
Or an
And they
entertainer.
know you got
Your
money that
regular
they
run-of-the-mill
trying to
dudes cannot. And women treat attention like men treat sex.
Facts.
It's the same thing. Women crave that attention like men crave sex. We chasing it. We chasing it. These women chasing attention on social media. So when men see all of these here followers and all of
these
this
likes
stuff,
and comments,
men
you
be
like,
like it kind of throw them off. Will they sleep with her? Absolutely, will sleep with them. But
taking her
yeah,
serious.
for wifing them, that's why you see so many of these booty models and women that's got the most followers. Most of them
Are
be single
super
or
single.
unmarried.
Yep.
Because a lot of men don't really want to take them serious because they are more social media personalities that's out there craving and looking for attention from men. And if you get with her that way, you cannot then come
Tell
in here
her
and say, I want you
change
to get rid of your platform and do this and do that. She's going to say, but this is how you met me. And she has every right to say that.
So
Go ahead.
Wait, go
I'm
ahead.
glad you said that. So even, and this is what I tell women too. So I have an OnlyFans. Now let's talk about it, right?
Really?
Okay. All right.
So, okay, I didn't have an OnlyFans before because I feel like, there are certain things that should be on private. However, my platform is, whatever. And there are some things that, are, sexy looking, right? But I feel like for me, I do want to date. And I feel like it's not something that I want the person that I have chosen to sleep with, because I do think sex is, there is value in that. And I don't want the person that I have chosen to sleep with, whoever that person may be at this time, to be sitting somewhere and then, he's seeing my pussy for $9.99. So I just never really cared about it, because I just don't really care. I think for me, a lot of women chase OnlyFans because they chase the money. I'd rather not have the money or whatever. So I think a lot of people are saying, oh, you got an OnlyFans. So I got an OnlyFans. I went to talk to a girl, which I told her I shouldn't have. Now, when she talked to me about the OnlyFans, she was like, why you don't have an OnlyFans? And I was like, girl, that's not my thing. So she said, well, OnlyFans is for, doesn't necessarily mean explicit. It just means your fan club, right?
Yeah, that's real.
So that's it. Oh, okay, cool. So, but more so, I realized that she was driving it at the time, how she was over persuasive about getting one. It's because she got her OnlyFans because she needed money. Whereas even when I need money, it's never a need for me to
Sell your integrity.
Yes, sell my integrity. So I got the OnlyFans. There's literally nothing on there. Maybe 3 pictures. None of them are of me naked or my pussy.
Right.
Titties?
No.
No titties.
No, they're not. So, and I get it, what you're
No.
saying, because I know it's a lot of stars that have OnlyFans that are, look, this is the private content that
I just let the
you're
people
not going
know.
to get. I'm talking about, I know men, I know fighters that have an OnlyFans where you get some of their exclusive content. You dig what I'm saying? Where it ain't got shit to do with sex. But the thing is, as a sexy woman, that's what the fuck motherfucker
They
don't
do.
think
I
it
had
is.
one guy on there, but it's not. So I put like 3 pictures on there or whatever. It was pictures I took at a photo shoot. No pussy, no nothing. And so they just subscribe. And I just let them. I don't answer the message box or nothing. So one guy was being very, very aggressive, and oh my God. Because it had the notifications, and I was like, this shit is pissing me off. This is why I didn't want OnlyFans, because I don't be wanting the conversation, wasting the time. That's why I don't even check the inbox.
But that's part of
But I don't even check it.
Yeah.
I never checked that. Hell, I had to ask her for the password. Like, I said, what's the damn password?
Did you give me the password to the thing so I can log in and see what's going on?
So the guy was on there saying, is you gonna show your pussy? Something he was saying he was wanting to see my pussy, and I simply messaged him back, and I said, I'm sorry that you're this upset. My integrity does not change from Instagram to OnlyFans. I didn't show you my pussy on there. I will not be showing you my pussy on here. I'm sorry that's only where you subscribe. You don't have to renew your subscription. Thank you for your time. You have a great.
Yeah, I definitely
date a
wouldn't.
woman
I
with
wouldn't.
OnlyFans, but not if she's showing her booty hole for $3.99.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't show nothing.
If you gotta show something for me to subscribe.
No, because they subscribe and they don't know what's on there until they already paid.
yeah,
And
but
then
that's one
I'm
month.
not gonna renew my.
Don't renew it.
Because-
It's 1,000 men
if you're showing your if you showing your feet or your hands and that's it,
I need you to show
can rock
everything.
with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, because
But
that's
not
weird.
you pushing
Right.
a double
Hey.
destroyer up inside.
You feel me? Not double.
I don't got shit on there, and that's the thing. I have my loyal me and fans, and I think once a month or once every week, I just go on there and put a picture that's probably not on my Instagram, but not nothing on my just a nice little picture, some little video I done had.
Probably
Nah,
use some
you're not
twerk.
really
No
Yeah.
sir, no sir. She's her content, her platform is called Pussy Talk. If she has an OnlyFans, I want to see pussy.
Ain't no
If I'm going to subscribe
Make it
to
talk.
that, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. Something gotta be flapping. Them lips gotta be flapping.
So look,
Or something.
so
I
look,
just
yo.
let them subscribe. I don't answer the inbox if they don't
I
know.
get it. I
don't
get
know.
it. I just know. Look, my thing with OnlyFans. Look, if it works for you, do it.
Do it.
However, just know what men that are looking for wives are looking
Oh,
for.
absolutely.
It's not necessarily something that they're going to
I
want.
agree 100%.
Now you might like my brother
That's why I don't
said.
have one.
You might get a simp here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Simp.
But that's if you want a simp. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Some women want simps, and that's
I
fine.
don't
too.
really want.
They
the
don't.
shit.
That's
They
why I
just
never
wanna
cared about having the
use the
OnlyFans
simp.
because I am at
Well,
a point
you
in my
know,
life
want the
where
simp to use.
They just want to use.
they intentionally. So I really am. I just don't want. I'm just not okay with motherfuckers just seeing my. I'm just not okay
Seeing the
with it.
goods.
Yeah, I
You
think
know what I'm
some
saying?
things are meant for just the people you choose to sleep with. You know what I'm saying? So
Don't Google my name.
you got OnlyFans?
No. You know, I've been out here for a long time.
It's on
I'm sure
there? You had
it's
OnlyFans?
out there. No.
That's it.
Why you say don't Google it?
No,
Why you
I'm
supposed to
saying,
Google it?
you know,
She's trying to figure out what to Google, brother. What
Right,
the-
that's the whole phase.
You feel me?
You've been out here for a long time, man. You know these pictures and videos circulate around the place. But I don't have
Are you
no
for
interest.
sure? It's circulating.
Yeah.
Look, she's trying to figure out where to find it. You might as well send her the link after the show, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man.
Y'all heard him. Y'all been trying to see. He gonna drop the link.
the hot link.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit. Yeah, they going. Listen. For sure. Facts. What's up, Joe?
I'm speechless.
I said he's not gonna do it unless you got the pussy talking.
No, I'm not paying for that. I just go to Twitter and just scroll.
Oh, they say
I
Twitter's
heard
a whole
Twitter's
different-
fun.
I don't even have a Twitter.
Me neither.
What?
No, I'm not into that shit like that. It's
You got
crazy
Twitter?
because
Yeah.
that's the thing. People think
Just
because
get
my
it.
show is called
Why?
Pussy Talk, pussy is really an acronym, right?
What?
Tell them what it is.
Why you didn't say that when I asked you that? You didn't even say nothing like that. What the
I gave
hell?
what Pussy Talk was so people could actually understand.
What's the
But
acronym?
they want to know.
So-
Powerful, utopia,
Sensual.
sacred, sensual, sacred, and yours.
Oh, okay. You're
'Cause it's
powerful.
your-
I like that.
Yeah.
See.
So they think because I be saying pussy, I really be just I say pussy
You got merch?
because yeah. So we have pussy oil. I have a pussy linen spray, and then I
You
have
wanna
a
smell
pussy
some
fragrance.
Yeah.
Well, that just took a turn. Let's check that out.
So wait, what do you mean?
Do you want to smell some pussy? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hey, this reminds me of Poetic Justice. Right?
Yeah.
You want to smell some punani?
But I'm saying
So where is
it's
it?
in a
You got it in
Yeah.
the, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go get it.
And so people, they think because I constantly
It better
say
smell
pussy
good,
thing,
too.
Right?
That's the whole thing about just the ass covering, not actually, opening it up.
I mean,
Do I gotta do the test?
No, it says. Stop talking.
This nigga is nuts.
You can't smell it without the two fingers. You gotta put it on both fingers. And you gotta act like you gotta act like you gonna act like you gonna rub your head.
Hey, look. Hey, look, right?
You can't smell it the regular
I do
way.
it.
Hey, look. If you want to fuck with any one of your homies, as a man, you want to fuck with any one of your homies,
Yeah.
do like this and be like, smell this. That nigga like, no, quit playing.
Yeah.
Before we even get close, hey, hello, man, quit playing.
Good
Uh-oh.
question though.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you tell a woman her pussy smells bad?
Smell
Stop answering those
Damn.
calls.
this. Smell this.
Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous. So what are we supposed to do with that?
Everything.
What does this come from?
Like,
Yeah, what is
it
like,
like
tell us more about it
Yeah.
before we get to smelling it
This
and
is an all natural. So we're vegetarian, so all my products are all natural. It's just essential oils and natural oils. I make them myself.
Oh wait, time out now. You said they're all natural and you make them yourself. What exactly does that mean?
What
He
is that?
said
Pussy
you.
oil.
Well, so I put my actual pussy in.
I don't know. You said all natural. You make it yourself. I just want to, you
I'm
know.
sorry. I just wanted the viewers to see it.
Oh,
Oh, right there.
He said put the pussy on.
You didn't. You didn't. You're
Ooh,
not.
Is this like a Can
I
you
mean,
use
it could
this
be
as a
used for your
lubricant?
pussy. It could
Oh,
be used
I mean,
for
but
your
it's-
too.
There's
It's
no.
edible.
Can you
There's
pause
no-
on
It's
this so
edible.
can you taste
It's
it?
edible.
Is there no? There's no actual pussy in there, right?
Yes, all pussy.
I'm just saying, man. Listen.
I mean,
Look.
What you mean?
You mean do I take this and put it?
All I know is
So it smells good.
you're not rubbing
It smell like what?
this on
It
me.
smell
And then
good.
Smell like pussy.
y'all tell me about it until I
Hey,
figure out.
hey,
what's in
it smell like some
from.
good pussy.
Good pussy.
No,
It's
can't put
welcome
your
in
pussy
that.
juices on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to know what we doing here. You know
How
what I'm
much
saying?
is this?
$20.
$20? Y'all got some on deck?
Of course.
We always
Give
keep
me one.
pussy
I'll
in the
sell
car.
it to you.
We got the pussy in the car.
You want to smell some pussy? Come on, I'll put the pussy on them.
Hold on now. Hold on. She can fight, and she
Come on, I'll
mean.
put
So I'm just saying.
We ain't gonna fight her. I love
I
the
mean,
ladies. Angie love the ladies.
this ain't out the pussy though, right?
It's right here.
Y'all know what I'm
I know I
asking.
hear one lady chasing me down. She's talking about, wait,
My husband, he didn't get to
pussy.
smell it. She had brought them in, so I caught some. They got the pussy in the back.
Can I put it on my beard?
Yes.
I actually have a pussy beard oil. This is
What?
not beard oil, but I do have because I have my I got male.
Hey,
you know, the
why
male
y'all ain't
followers,
bring none?
and so it's
You ready?
for me. It's
I mean, where is
monetization and
this pussy
strategic.
juice coming from?
That's what he. That's what.
That's
he
what I'm
was
trying to
trying.
like. I want
From
to
the
make
earth.
sure.
Ain't no pussy juice in there.
Like
It's just
I
all
don't
natural
want. I
oil.
can't put nobody else pussy on me, dog.
No.
No real pussy juice in there.
I
Right,
will put my
that's
pussy
cool.
in there. You'll
All
be
right,
somewhere
that's
looking
what
for
I'm
me.
saying.
Thank you. It smells
Pussy
good.
on the hand.
It
Well,
smells
what's
good.
wrong?
And you can, like you
Oh,
said,
sounds good.
you can use this as a
I've used it
as a
for-
lubricant.
Yes.
Oil on your vagina, which is what I use it for the most, just for hydration. It's an all natural oil. It's not super greasy. Even after I exfoliate, doing my exfoliation on my vagina and
wet
stuff
there.
like that. I use it sometimes for lubricant if I'm, you know what I'm saying, working.
What's that? What motion was that?
Smell it.
I use it sometimes for lubricant for
It smell
different
good.
things.
It smell good.
Did you smell it?
Yeah, I smell.
So it's light.
It smells good.
Mm-hmm. It's light. It's not
I can-
clogging. I wear mine every day.
Why?
Tell you what you like, some pussy juice.
It's pussy oil.
Wait, I'm
Juice.
sorry,
Same
oil.
It's
said
not the
juice.
same.
Hey,
He said
listen.
juice.
It's not the same.
Hey, man.
I mean, it
look,
smells good,
look,
though.
Man,
It
I
smells really
definitely
good.
respect that. Anything else though, like other than the pussy oil, do y'all have any other?
We have pussy
Merch.
oil, pussy. We have a linen spray. I have the
A body
pussy
fragrance.
Body fragrance. I also have my pussy t-shirt collection line. So yeah.
Oh, I should have.
And I wrote a book.
Brought you a
I'm a-
shirt for your birthday.
I wrote a book. It's called Pussy Power. So it's a poetry and affirmation book. A self-love workbook. I actually really want women to work on themselves, and then I'm working on my second book, which is called Pretty Hurts.
I definitely wish I would have brought some
Some
like a
merch.
book. Like, show that
Hey,
shit
next
off.
time, because they officially Faxon Law family
Yeah,
anyway.
man.
All y'all are.
I feel
I was really not feeling well. I didn't want to cancel because I was really super excited
Well,
about coming,
I'm
but
happy
I
you
was just
didn't.
exhausted.
I'm glad because I was hot.
I'm happy you didn't because
That was
you
nice.
I
guys.
canceled my whole schedule yesterday. I didn't even get out the bed. You know,
Yeah.
I still technically have stage 4 cancer.
Lord.
And sometimes because I'm so healthy and I be doing very well, I forget that I have.
I overdo it sometimes.
Yes.
and-
No, she
And I
don't
had-
do it all the time.
Well, I mean,
All the time. She
And we
Right.
had just was traveling. We drove to Decatur. I had a hosting a party Saturday night. Then I did a show on Sunday. Then I drove back Monday. And I was just
exhausted.
For sure.
I couldn't get out the
Nah,
bed.
I want to just thank you guys because this, like, I don't know. I think we're getting better and better because I feel like this another one 2 weeks in a row that we didn't have like basically an organic episode where we ain't had to dig in the crates for
Right.
questions.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
things just flow. It just flow. You know what I mean?
organically.
Yeah, organic.
That organic shit. Brick by brick.
Brick by
You
brick.
feel me? Brick by brick. That organic shit.
We love having guests that, you know what I'm saying, that can bring that heat and bring conversation, not sitting here like the wall. You
Wonder
know
what
I
we
mean?
gonna say next.
Yeah, wondering like, hey, I don't have nothing to bring. What y'all got? You know what I'm saying? Even though it is our show, but
Yeah.
we just appreciate that and, you know, thank you.
Man, I appreciate y'all inviting me.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. My partner, he introduced me to your content that day.
Who did?
Like, my boy that was here, Joe D. He
Oh, he didn't even speak.
he was like, bro, check them out. I'm like, shit.
How did you find us?
He just talked to him.
No, I was
talking about
saying
him.
him, But you, I think it might have been Terry Rowland.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm saying,
interesting.
yeah.
What
So,
the hell?
So
Why
yeah,
is it interesting?
We still on camera?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Not.
She said yes.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, it's not, and this is nothing in a negative connotation. That whatever I would say it on camera, but because I know people don't hate honesty and don't like accountability, I won't. I feel like they did the same thing. They looked at me and then they shunned me. They used me for their platform, and then when a girl was intimidated by me, they kicked me off the show. They canceled their interviews with me, everything, and so that's the whole thing. Why I say people see me and don't hear me.
look,
I wasn't expecting that.
you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
I'm saying I want to delve in because we
like
trying to
that.
rap. You know what I'm saying? And
Wrap it up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that'll be another 30.
No,
Yeah.
it's cool. I'm not. It's not.
No, you said what you said. You
Yeah,
said what you
nah,
said.
we don't
You
delete
10
shit.
toes down.
Yeah, you won't delete shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't want to goddamn it go into details yet because
Well, thank you for allowing us to come and have organic conversations
But
where
real
we
shit.
can actually have conversations that are not
Nah.
clickbait, where we can actually learn and teach each other.
Oh, but we got some clickbait, don't you?
Because I'm
Not clickbait,
Yeah,
but look,
is the clickbait to
I'm
get a
pretty
real
sure
DM.
this not the first platform that y'all have been on that y'all had to clarify what y'all type of content that y'all bringing, because like I said, I know a lot of people assume when they see just pussy talk. I know what my first thought was.
What was it?
Talk about that puss.
I mean,
essentially,
it
we
was
are, but not in a sexual way. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
so
so many things about the pussy.
my first
everything.
impression before even looking at any content was just looking at the name. You would think you're gonna
Sex.
talk about sex, like some Angela Yee type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, now I'm learning that it's deeper than that. It's
And
more
it's
to
dope.
it, and it's dope, and it's educational. So, thank you.
No, thank you for having me. That's why I like to do so many other people different shows, because I think a lot of people just look at the word, and I tell people, even my mom, they hate it. They want me to change the name, and I tell them I love the word pussy. It's my favorite word for one.
What's my favorite word? Oh no, that's too.
Pussy.
That's different. That's different. My bad.
But look, I'm gonna put it in everything.
Nah, that's a good one.
But
though.
I think the younger generation, the old hoes, they gonna do what they gonna do anyway. If they want to fix, they gonna fix. The younger generation who are in a different time, who don't care, who don't value their pussies, whether they
Sex red generation. That's what she's
they
talking about.
gonna
That's
listen.
so terrible.
That's what
They
she's
gonna
talking about.
listen, and pussy catches people's attention. So in a negative connotation or in a bad one. So even if I catch their eye, then eventually I'll catch their ear.
You hear that?
My
Listen to
mama.
motherfucking pussy talk, girls.
Hey, look, check it out. Shout out. We're gonna go. Around. Shout out your your social medias. What you got coming next?
Where they
merch,
can find you, all that good shit.
all that good stuff.
I am Angie. You can find me on Instagram at neighborhood_hope_dealer. My website is www.pussytalk.net. We're on YouTube at Pussy Talk Podcast. In October is my month. I'm actually celebrating 24 months. I was sent home on hospice, given 18 months, and so my 2-year anniversary is coming up. So I'm going to be having a golfing event. I'm going to be having
I golf all the time.
I'm having a Pussy Talk live. I'm going to be honoring.
How many S in pussy?
2.
Just 2?
It depends on how you said it. You like
No, I
your
was talking
own
about the
pussy?
Instagram. My bad.
So for the Instagram, it is 3 S's because they
That's-
wouldn't let us slide with the 2. So
Somebody
we had to go
got
with
it.
the
So
3.
show you. Right.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of events coming up, and they can just check out my website, and everything is on there.
Okay. All right. Good brother.
Man, the whole phase expert on Instagram and YouTube. I'm also a third of the Hold a Husband podcast, and you can catch me on tonight's Conversation podcast. Also, I have a book that is complete. It's called The Whole Phase Secrets. I haven't released it yet, so be on the lookout for that. You can subscribe to my page and get questions answered. You can book me for a session. And I do page critiques as well for women that want to know what men like me think about their social media page. So the whole phase expert, _ after each word. That's how you find me.
The right way. I like
Show
that.
you right.
All right.
Hey everybody, so my name is Irvette. You can find me on Instagram at only_vet. Of course, I am the second half to the Pussy Talk team, so I do all of our coordinating and everything like that. I am also a licensed massage therapist by trade. I bring health and wellness to my community, bring in resources where there haven't been resources, teaching people how to fix themselves from the inside out. So if you need any of those resources, you can hit me on there.
Dope. Oh, so me, huh? Hey, check it out. Listen. It is your boy, Chicago Outlaw, the West Side Legend. If you want to follow me, it is ChicagoUtlaw. The same O in Chicago is the same O in Outlaw. It's only one. And if you want to follow us, it's the Facts and Law Pod Show. It's a pod show, not a podcast. You need to see this fly.
That was dope.
Come on, that shit
I
was
appreciate
fire.
it.
That was dope.
We had a lot of practice. You know what I'm saying? I
You
appreciate
get better
it.
and better every
You
week.
dig?
get
You
better.
dig? I appreciate
If
it.
you want to follow your boy, you can follow me on Instagram at IamFacts. That's IAM_FACTS. If you want to follow us on Facebook, it's the Facts and Law Pod Show. We also are on TikTok and what's the other one?
Threads, the new one.
Threads. Facts and Law Pod Show and Snapchat.
Snapchat. We got a Snapchat?
We do, but
I don't know. Shit.
we do, but you know, Snap is one of the ones I don't be using all the time, but I will be using.
You know what? We
Get
need
back
to.
to
Snap is
Snapchat.
where you're going to get all the behind the scenes, the stuff that you're not going to get on the platform. Well, you know, when we sitting here chilling. You dig what I'm saying? I like that. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
We're trying
Yes,
to
sir.
cover all bases.
Also, if like I said from the beginning, if this is your first time and you love what you just saw right here, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop a comment, share this joint.
All that shit.
And you know, we might engage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm going to talk that
We
shit.
might engage.
talk
Back,
that
I
shit.
claps back.
All that. Whips that pussy. See what I did there? See that? Whips that pussy.
No, I'm not. I
Slow
don't like
stroke
it.
it, don't whip it.
I like a slow stroke.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
And damn. I've been like wiping my face. I smell like pussy.
Pussy,
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, let's
PusssyTalk.net to purchase your pussy.
Yes,
get y'all,
y'all.
some pussy,
Get
dog.
y'all
Hey.
some pussy.
On that note, life is good.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, we're gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Peace. You dig. I like that.